are live on this Thursday night with your host, Roman Gray, and the lovely Tracy, also known as Troll Queen 6.
It's been a while.
Welcome.
Well,
It
we've
has
just,
been.
we're not going to lie and pretend we haven't seen each other or spoken. We were just speaking for 5 or 6 minutes then before we hit live. And, well, it's like we never were
Well,
apart.
Tracy, I hear you're having a mouse problem over there, and the mouse traps and the sticky traps ain't working. But if you put some of these pictures down in the corners, I bet you the mice will leave.
Oh, fucking 100%.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
What a crazy fucking few days this has been, Glenn.
It's fucking nuts. And it gets even. It honestly, it gets even more crazy. Honestly, it's fucking. I can't even fucking make sense of what happened in the last 2 days. I seriously can't.
Well,
I
I
seriously
knew
fucking can't.
I've got, I'm about to go on a protest on Saturday. It's going to be huge, and it's turning quite violent. Half of it, the police are running around, fucking pushing old ladies down and grabbing hold of them. So I got to start traveling at 5 a.m. and I'll still be traveling to get home at 11. It's a hell of a long day, and the protest, the pushing and the scuffling and whatnot. And that's with the fucking police, not the fucking other protesters. And apparently there's an anti-fucking Palestine rally going on the same day with the Israelis, so it's going to be raucous. But I've been fucking laying low. And 3 days ago, I said, listen, if the fucking idiot shuts up and leaves me alone, I would happily never mention her fucking name again. And fuck me, here we go again.
And I was there, and I remember then Nikki went right after that, and Katie took a fucking pound in there, and then that's when old fucking Sarah, the actor, fucking decided to steal the show.
Well,
See, you know what's going on there, Tracy, over in that community? I'll tell you a little bit of the backstory. That
okay.
Sarah is one of them ex-lovers there of Jamie, the Legion,
Right.
okay? And she controls all the fucking groups, all the fucking moderator groups, all the fucking, she's the biggest of them all. Bigger
Right.
than his new woman. Well, his new woman got doxxed, and somehow that ended up to Nikki. Nikki fucking screenshotted it, forwarded it to Jamie, said, hey, I don't want nothing to do with this, whatever, somebody's fucking out to get you or whatever. And fucking, that was it. So obviously Nikki wasn't asking for it. Somebody sent it to her. How conveniently, though, that there was a fallout between fucking Sarah and Nikki over Katie, and then all of a sudden Katie goes up there and does that little performance there last night. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, Sarah's got all the fucking insight on everybody. She's like another fucking Angela Clifton fucking giggles. That one fucking psychotic, literally fucking psychotic. And she's in control of all the fucking groups. So who would benefit from fucking Jamie's woman being doxxed anyway? I don't know. The girl who's madly in love with him, and she don't want to play it because that would make her look bad. So she'll give it to the crazy lady Nikki. That's how it goes. But they're all connected, every single one of them. Like I say, it don't matter if fucking who's talking to who. They're all talking to each other. That's how I see it.
I've never really watched. Is it Scotty? Is that how you say it? Scotty.
Scotty, yeah. It's pronounced
right.
Scotty, just like
Okay, right. I was confused to the D's and all of that.
It's spelled weird, but it's pronounced Scotty.
Okay, I don't know Scotty. The only person I've really paid any attention to, and I'm not going to lie, I'm nosy, and I like the ins and outs of the cat's ass, because of my association with you and Jane and CEO. Of course, when I had that interaction with Nikki, if you recall, the first thing I said to you is that fucking woman's safe. She's fucking got it all sorted in her head. She was so safe as fuck with me. You, probably because you're both Canadians, had some kind of shared humour, like me and Yaxley. We're both British. We got a British sense of humour. So when she answered like that, and then I watched the stream where there was an argument because Katie wanted the link and she didn't give it to her, and Katie went fucking bananas, and then Katie made videos about her, and then that Wyoming one, that's the scary lady, she bloody took Katie's side and was saying, oh yeah, I've unsubbed and Penny. And because of how Nikki handled herself, I don't like fake people, and I don't want to listen to scripted or rehearsed people. I want people who I listen to speak from the heart, to have soul and conviction. And because of the way she handles it, and she swears it quite a bit, she don't mind saying, you know, go fuck, and she'll just rise to the bait. If I'm pottering around the kitchen, I like listening to it. I'm not watching the chat, I'm listening. And maybe Roman will pop up, Glenn, whatever you want to fucking be called. That's what I'm thinking, mate, you know, so that's why I've listened. I don't listen to all of them, but I listen if it's kicking off over there, because Nikki kicks off funny. She sounds like a posh lady, but she goes fucking all out, and I like that. I like passion.
You know, that's the thing about Nikki. Every time there's been a couple times where I needed small little favors from her, and it might have been just her attention for a little bit. Hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening over here. Just give me 5 minutes to explain it, and then she'll figure it out on her own. You know what I'm saying? She's always been that way. Every time I've ever asked her for something, she's always helped me out. You know what I mean? Can you help me get like fucking? I like it that she wrenches me, that nobody can't clone me, because she wouldn't fall for that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had something to say, I'd say it to her. She knows that. And, and nobody's ever talked bad about Nikki over here.
Well,
nobody's ever talked bad about her.
And I won't I wouldn't allow Nikki to be spoken badly, and I wouldn't
funny
give a fuck.
Funny thing is, people try to put it in other people's head that, oh, Nikki's scared of Troll Team 6. Nikki ain't fucking scared of nobody. I'm more fucking scared of Nikki than she is of me. She goes live every night. I don't know, but she goes live every night of the week, whether she has a reason to go live or not.
Yeah, but Glenn, what would she have to be fearful? Because what were we known for? We laugh and japed, made fun of their words. We're not the ones going round demanding, who's your mod? Why is he your mod? Explain it. Yeah. We're not the bully. And the fact that if you listen to the aphasia audio that I posted earlier, where Frank and Katie are making fun with the lady with aphasia, they've got no empathy at all, nothing, zero. Yet they're shocked that Katie, who has been at this shit for a long fucking time, they see her doing it to Nikki now. Now, I don't know, I made a video earlier walking around with the dog to addressing Frank, and then I noticed that another channel came up kind of saying similar as to what I was saying. Whereas Frank earlier, because Katie and Frank are trying to weaponize that community. I'm not, I'm just a fucking vending myself. But here's the funny thing. Frank posted on his community tab, which was sent to me, and I then posted Agent 19, okay? Posted on his tab, you cannot win over here, Tracy. So I asked him, what do you mean over here? That's how confident he is that Katie is now going to be running the Kramer community, him and Katie.
And you notice something else too the other night. Fucking Frank, I get a notification. Uploads a video. Doesn't fucking play it in a live stream. Doesn't share it on his community tab. He rips one of the Boohoo videos and uploads it.
Yeah.
You notice that? He ain't worried about no copyright strike and left it up.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
But
something. You gonna take one of Katie's videos and fucking rip it and just upload it as is? Nope.
no.
Neither am
But
I. We know better.
well, here's the thing. You know the second part of the video that where Katie says that was her image and Frank fell for it. Remember the cartoon image that she pretended was her? You used to call it the cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, I showed what that picture was made up of. Can you remember? The daughter and Katie
The
morphed.
daughter and no, it
And
was
I
the
can
daughter
prove
and the
it.
girl,
Now,
a friend, Stevie.
if he's okay to have my 15-year-old daughter on his channel, then I'm okay to show that second video. And I am going to show that second video 100%. Once you open that door with me, then you've invited me in. You opened the door. I didn't. You did. Same as you opened the door making fun of Terry with her aphasia. They didn't just do that one night, Glenn. They did that lots of nights. That's why he says, I've said it before, Terry. I don't care what's the matter with you. Now, here's the thing. They say, oh, it's Tracy and Katie. Hang on a minute. I'm not coming to your community trying to weaponize you. I'm not coming to your community calling you sweetie and trying to love bomb you. I'm not trying to come to your community and pretend I'm Snow fucking White. I don't give a fuck. I'm only addressing your community because that fucking blimp keeps bringing me into your community. I'm not interested. I just want to do my Palestine shit. I've walked away from all of this several fucking times.
Oh, when it comes to Katie, you and I both know you can't walk away. Did you know that she spewed last night with zero receipts, zero anything, just total That's how we all know, Katie, you're fucking retarded and all your kids are weird. That's how we know. There's something wrong with each and every one. You got more than just a non-autistic, non-verbal fucking kid. Your kids are retards, because you are. And your fucking pedophile fucking boyfriend. But she comes out on Sarah's last night, and what does she say? Tiffany Moser is the owner and fucking founder of TT6.
Yeah.
Katie,
well,
you
look,
are a fucking retard. You're with a hard R.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What happened to me, why part of what me, Trollope and Katie and Yaxley all fell out about. Oh, fucking hell, who would that be at this time? Part of what we all fell out about was, sorry, I was looking at a text. What did you just say, Glenn? Because it'll remind me what I was going to mention. I'm on the fucking
Well,
wait with
her saying that fucking TT6 is owned by Tiffany. Well,
yes. Now,
Tiffany's never been in a TT6 fucking group, and TT4 was started by Penny Bunny.
Yes. Now, when you and I were having a little bit of a set to, which was not you threatening my family and me threatening yours and posting people's relatives, none of that, just a bit of name calling. I'd call him skinny arms, he'd call me old lady and tell me to get to the fucking bingo and whatnot. This harmless generic shit. I laughed my head off throughout it. I don't know whether Glenn did. Did you find it amusing, Glenn, having a little?
Oh fuck, man! I still laugh. Because it's funny because we can still laugh about it all today. Because
yeah. And so that's how it went down. With sorry, I've lost the fucking train. Someone keeps messaging me.
Well, the thing is with me and you, I realized it, and
yes,
I
but I
brought
that's where I was going. Sorry, Glenn, because it'll go again. I mentioned in our group chat, Trollope, Katie, and Yaxley. Listen, this is not Glenn. It's not being run by Tiffany. It's Penny Powell. Because the reason it's Penny, because Penny is always in there saying, oh, you should go and look at this. You should look at this person. You don't see Tiffany in there. That was why they started to turn against me. Apparently, telling the truth equates to sticking up for Tiffany. Work that fucking one out. Sorry, go on. What was that, Glenn?
If TT6 is owned and operated by fucking Tiffany, and it was founded by Tiffany, TT must not mean Troll Team. It must mean fucking
Tiffany's team.
Tiffany and Teddy 6, I guess. I don't know. So far, you got Teddy and fucking Tiff tattooed on your arm forever now.
I was quite astounded because when they showed my community post last night on that Sarah's channel, because I remember I've only just seen all this. Now I saw it in reverse order because the first video I watched was Brutally Honest, because his was 50 minutes. Double speed, I can listen to that in 20 odd and get the fuck out of there. I only want to listen to what's relevant. So I listened to him first. Then I went over to the Sarah one, which was recorded for me. Okay. So I was watching that, and within the first bit of it was just Frank. And I thought, what the fuck? And a couple of things that came to me was, one of the things that Katie said to Nikki in the row, she said, I don't need people to fight my battles. I stand on my own 2 feet. So why did she have to take Frank? What was Frank to do with anything in that community? That stream was meant to address the accusations that she had made to Nikki and to try to sort that shit out. That's what I thought. Now, as soon as I was told, Glenn, and I'll tell you now, as soon as someone said, listen, she's going to be on Sarah's, but it's going to be fucking stupid o'clock for you. Don't worry, I've got it recorded and it's all thing. I said, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either she's going to have a medical illness and pull a malingering shit, and she's going to back out and leave Sarah high and dry, or she's going to take Frank with her. I called that in a chat. I fucking knew. And what I said to the person was, listen, this is great, because if she does take Frank, I knew, and I'm going to show that conversation that I had before the stream. I said, if she does take Frank, he's going to keep dropping her in it. Do you know, Glenn, last night, he asked her to stand up and show herself. And do you know what her response was? No, I'm sitting down right now. And he said, stand up. And she said, no, I'm sitting down. It was almost like he was trolling her. If I didn't know him any better.
I'm telling you, she's as big as a house. There's no doubt about it. And you see the picture? You just put that picture back up. Let's put that fucking picture back up. Let's show a couple of them. She says she uses no filters. No filters, my ass, Katie. You're fucking homely, girl. I mean, like, you're homely. Like, fucking homely. You'd have to be the last fucking one at the fucking bar, man, at the end of the night. And when I say the last one, that even the bartender'd have to leave, so there'd be nobody saying, I'm getting in your car.
Well, here's the point. That these were sent to me. So, well, and I grabbed a couple of them myself that I found slightly amusing. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I've dated fucking some strange creatures. Because they've been funny, because it is all about personality for me and character. But anyway, the images Katie shows us herself that she says are not filtered, which are almost cartoon, she says, oh, I haven't got no makeup on. Well, makeup doesn't hide your smile lines. Makeup doesn't shorten your nose. Makeup doesn't make your chin look less chunky and slim. Your hair is a totally different fucking color. That's nothing to do with makeup. That's to do with filters. Now, I don't mind if you want to delude yourself. But when you then stick your cam on and say, yeah, this is me. See, I don't use filters. Hang on a minute. I'll be back with another one. Keep going. You carry on, Glenn, while I line them up. As we're, remember, you were doing this to me, Katie, with cancer and sepsis. Night after fucking night. It went on for fucking hell, the whole of COVID lockdown. Every night. 3 or 4 hour fucking stints.
The funny thing is no matter what fucking Frank and the rest of them, remember when me and you were fighting? I said straight up, I said, it's always you go after me. You never went after CEO or Jane or fucking nobody else over. You didn't go after nobody. You came after me. You wanted that loud mouth on the microphone, and the same thing I did to you. Like I tried sending people out in front of you guys to be used to but it never worked. The same goes with Trollope. He thought I'm going to fight with him being anonymous. I was like, no, I don't care. I'm going to keep going at Tracy. That's how it goes. Katie, you're fucking dumb because no matter what Sarah says, you're getting punished. No matter what Frank says, you're getting punished every time, Katie. You're the public figure. Oh, God.
Now, I would just like to point out something here. For years, Katie took the piss out of my teeth. This is how teeth work, Katie, as I'm sure you're finding out. Remember, I haven't made no secret of the fact that I've had a cap put on and I've had them filed, which was a big mistake. Because I had a corner chip out, I had them filed. As you get older, your gums shrink, ladies. Now, depending on whether you're a smoker, which I am, and how nuts you are about cleaning your teeth, which I'm also nuts about that, if your gums recede. So as later life, your teeth do not look as big in your head. Your teeth are not as prominent. Now, Joel Opp has posted a video, and this is not me sticking up for Tiffany, this is just keeping it fucking real. Making fun of Tiffany's teeth. He's also calling me donkey. Are those the teeth that do you remember when she had the clipping smiles on and the perfect smile and the teeth kept dancing, Glenn? Those are not the fucking teeth.
Yeah. Nope.
Katie, you've done yourself no favors.
Well, even look at her fucking 80s pictures. Look at those 80 videos she's putting out. Man, we got fucking pictures of her in the 80s that she uploaded herself. Katie, you didn't look anything like that. You were fucking homely when you were skinny, girl. You were homely when you were skinny.
And do you know the giveaway that she's fat? If you're a small woman, your shoulders go straight. The shoulders, you can see she's like a honey monster. Do you know who the honey monster is?
A honey monster.
Do you know who that is, Glenn? She's the same shape as the big blue monster in Monsters, Inc. Her shoulders. It's like big lummoxy thing. Katie, look, you were the one who started this. You were also kicking me when I was down when I had cancer. Now, although last night you were saying, yeah, and I still want that, the bit that you weren't saying was the bit where you were saying, and when you're dead, I'm going to take your families for a ride. You know, you might feel clever saying that, and the only person who's going to sit there and think, yeah, that's cool, is Frank fucking Jardim. Anybody else is going to think, fucking hell. You see, this is where you went wrong. Frank made a post earlier. You can't win over here. Hang on. I didn't have to try. I just let you two do your thing. You fucked yourself. Katie fucked herself in Nikki's, not me. And Glenn didn't fuck her. Do you know why? Because Glenn couldn't see her because she had him blocked. So Glenn couldn't even see her fucking comments. Am I right, Glenn?
Yep.
So the only, I didn't need to do nothing. All I needed you to do, Frank, was be your bullish
self. Show up.
That's it. That's all I needed you to do. I've got no designs to be in that community or any other community. This is a one-off stream, me and Glenn, because we're the ones who've caused this fucking furor, because one of her complaints is that Glenn had a wrench. But why did Glenn have to have a wrench? Because they were cloning Glenn and fucking threatening people. They were threatening people's children and blaming Glenn. So the only way that could not happen was to make sure he was wrenched. and then they couldn't clone him. That was the reasoning originally behind the it might be now that they're friends, but wasn't that the original thing, Glenn?
Yep.
And Glenn actually gives everybody moderators so that none of his chatters can be cloned. Am I right, Glenn?
Yeah, exactly. Because they're not going to do it. All these people like Blazing Scar that's been here and stuff, they're not going to block people, man. They're not. And there's some people here that come here. I don't want to say names because it starts shit. That they come here and there's other people that they don't like. They either block them or by me giving them a wrench, they have to see. They just ignore them. They're like, fuck, I'll get you somewhere else or whatever. But out of respect of us, they don't do it. The same goes. I could go to your stream and someone could be in chat I don't like, but I'm not going to make a scene. Don't matter. I go to Nikki's. There's someone in chat I don't like. I ain't going to make a scene. I don't give a fuck, dude. It don't matter to me. I'm not like that.
Well, the trick
most
to being
times you don't see me at my enemies. I don't go to my enemies. If I'm over at Nikki's, I like Nikki. If I'm over at your channel, I like you because I don't go to I don't hang out at my enemies. I don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't Sarah's fucking enemy and she ain't mine, but I wasn't in there last night. I was in fucking bed when all that was going on. I had it ripped by, I think, 4 o'clock my time. But I'm not enemies with Sarah, but she's fucking stupid. She's fucking dumb. And she'll probably get retaliation for that. Most likely. Most fucking likely. The shit that this fat cunt said on her fucking panel, Sarah, the fucking public figure actor, is fucking responsible. Well, it's that easy.
I actually felt that as I've now gotten to nearly most through the stream because the person who recorded it for me recorded the chat and the audio, but when Katie came on, of course, they put the camera up there. And apparently even Frank got his top off on there and started posturing and yeah, you know. Oh, listen, Glenn, this is the equivalent now would be of you ripping your top off and starting to offer out a bunch of ladies. It's just nuts. It's the most insane shit.
Are you fucking daring me?
Well, you can take it. I go, fuck, I just remembered chat. I've been on private chat thinking, where's all the chatters? Hello, Sofa. Hello, TT6 CEO. Thank you. Is it your channel we're using? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, we're on CEO's channel.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us use the channel. Hello, Catching Clips. I don't know who you are, but this is Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. And then I got
no, carry on,
ahead,
please.
Then I got a question.
No, go on.
I think you want to bring this up anyway. About this fucking channel that you. What channel was it that you were getting blamed for again or something?
I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. Like the designer.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
now,
I don't believe that. I never even seen that channel, but I don't believe it would be you either, because you're the type of person, you're like me. If you're going to say something, you'll just say it. You'll put it in the post, you'll tag them. So you don't why would
I've
you
never
need to
heard of that channel. It could be a rebranded channel, but unless I know what it was before, I've never heard of it. When somebody messaged me and said, you're being blamed, and they say it's Tiffany, they said, go and listen to Brutally Honest, which was another reason I listened to his stream first. When he said that, you could have knocked me over with a fucking feather. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So I've asked in my community post, can Robbie enlighten us a little more on that? Because I don't know what they're fucking talking about. Equally, apparently I'm the other channel, Food Addiction, because it tagged me. I've been tagged by somebody called Wendy, somebody called Machete. Yeah. I've been tagged by multiple people. Fucking Seabass, fucking Braden, Lots of people tag me. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in all my fucking days as an excuse.
Yeah, no. Even way back when we were making accounts, like funny accounts, I might make a rabbit account and come in your chat and fuck with you or fucking for a day, and then I'd be like, yeah, that was me, or that was so and so. We were fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, we've made accounts, but not like that. We got something to say, we say it. So
yeah. See,
and
the other thing.
To come out and say your motherfucking name.
Well, here's another thing. The very thing that sparked this argument off was using real names in that community and talking shit about people. So what did Frank and Katie do last night on Sarah's? Took over the show, calling me Cheryl Tracy Gamble. My name is Pissing Excellence on here. Who the fuck even says a person's middle name? It was like they were fucking nuts, rabid nuts. That's what I think. And they did the very thing that this community was balking against. How stupid could you get? I didn't have to wait up. I haven't got time for that shit. I've made a special allowance for this because tomorrow I will be finishing off my placard. I will be getting my packed lunch ready. And I will be getting my dog away to a fucking minder for a night. And I'm off to London. And I'm going to be with 1.5 million people marching around. I don't give a fuck about this shit. And after that, I won't go for a ride on my bike that night. But if I'm up for it on the Sunday, I'll go for a fucking bike ride if I want to. I might go for Sunday lunch again. It depends on my mood. I might even force Roger to go on a trailer again and be pulled behind a bike. That didn't go damn well. The fucking dog on the thing, little fat thing.
Are you gonna bring a picture of Katie?
Well, I was thinking I'd like to get interviewed by one of the reporters. I thought, because I'm custom built and I always like to shake it up. I don't want to be a one-trick pony. I was thinking I might like to have somebody's bit of audio and try and get so that someone tries to interview me and just start playing their audio. It's live streamed. They're not going to be
funny. I think it is funny when I hear people say Cheryl Tracy Gamble, because for the fun, and I know for the longest time I had a hard time calling you Tracy because I was so used to calling you Pissing Excellence.
Yeah.
We talked forever, and we streamed fucking days and days and days, and I had the hardest times saying that Tracy. I had a hard time saying it. I don't know why. You always called me Glenn. It's like you call me Roman now. You stumble to do it. You're like,
I don't want to
confuse his name is.
Yeah. You will always be Glenn. Always. That's
You're
it.
always pissing. I call you Tracy.
And I only say Roman so that I don't confuse the other people thinking, who the fuck is Glenn?
Well, there is no other Roman, but there is a couple Glens. And especially that community, when you say Glenn, that turns heads because they don't know. Most times they don't know me. They know the other Glenn. There's another Glenn out there.
Thank you for that, Blazing. Saying
and
I
don't fucks them up by Glenda because there's another Glenda in that fucking community too. So when you're over there, you kind of got to be specific.
Yeah, just addressing some of your chat, Blazing. I wore that T-shirt, and I can't tell you. And this is on my children's lives, my grandchildren's life, and my lovely little dog's life. And my husband too, but more so the others. They're longer, they're blood, isn't they? We're all blood. We've been here a long, long time. When I was wearing that T-shirt, it was a very hot day. It was unusually hot. People were saying, what's your T-shirt? And I said, it's my fat pal from Kentucky. She wanted to be here with us, but they couldn't get her on the plane. So I said, look, I can make sure you're with me in spirit. I had people asking, can I have a photo taken with you, please? There was people taking I'm probably on Facebook that I don't even know. Look at this loon with with her buddy from Kentucky's fucking
It's
on
my,
it.
my fat pal from Kentucky.
Here's the thing though, Glenn. You know, what was the difference to holding up you see, I'd put up a collage on my Facebook to help other cancer sufferers know, listen, it starts bad, but you get better. Why take the worst image of me, the first image, day one, no treatment, just being diagnosed, total fucking head shed, or the picture of me with sepsis? If you want to hold my picture up to what, 30, 40, 50, let's say 200 people seen it, I'm going to roll yours up to 1 million. End of. You don't like it? Don't fuck with me. That's how it is. That is how it is. You got a taste of your own medicine. And as far as I'm concerned, the fact that you were making fun of Terry with aphasia, and Terry had taken a lot of shit for you, Katie. 3 years she defended you before she knew what a fucking liar you were. Before she found out for herself what you are. 3 years she took hell while she defended you. And how did you repay her? Because she decided she could see through you and didn't want you using her panel anymore, because that was another community you jumped in, fiction fighters community, and fucking wrecked that and all. Because she decided to have nothing more to do with you, you started to attack her. And then you and your fucking gay, married, whatever the fuck he's passing himself off for, you make fun of her. You were actually doing impressions, Katie. And then you're crying when James D and Tiffany and other people and Glenn took a crack at you. I was defending you right up until you shit-stirred in the group that I was in. You took advantage of the facts that Yaxley and Trollope had a fallout. You saw your move, you made it. I walked away because I couldn't stand being around you. And to be honest with you, I was happier when I thought Trollope was a woman. Once it got to when I knew that this was a man, I only felt, because me and him had been through so much with the COVID, and it was just me and him, and we'd had a lot of laughs. I'm not going to fucking say we didn't, but I felt bad leaving him. And I used to say to Yaxley, listen, I've had enough of this fucking, but I feel bad leaving Trollope on his own. I was kind of happy to say, fuck it, you two have the chat, I'm gone. To me, it was the get out of jail free card. I didn't know that you were like Katie, and that the pair of you, nobody leaves Katie or Trollope. I didn't know that what price I was going to pay for walking away from you both, but hey ho, that's just how shit rolls. You did me a favour.
Yep.
I spent a fucking year laughing with someone funny as fuck. And Glenn, come on, that was a funny year, wasn't it?
Oh, fuck, man. That was the best. Honestly, that was one of the best years.
It was
funny.
a great
It was some funny fucking time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it was. And honestly, though, you know what's funny? We made way more friends out there, and people we associate with, or a pal, or a connection, or whatever, to other people than we ever made enemies. You know that 100%.
Yeah. Did you listen
100%.
to me? Because we really don't speak that much. It's not me playing a game now asking this question for the audience. I am really asking the question. Glenn, did you see my live stream where Frank came on to my live stream?
Yeah.
Right, that was fucking bizarre, because do you recall how many times I've tried to get on Katie's chat or offered her to come one-on-one and debate me, and she won't? But the pair of them, she came into the chat, and he came onto my stream. I was like, oh, I right,
And
yo.
that's how they fucking do it. It's same. You know why that was? Because
Yeah,
Nikki pitched the idea. Well, why don't you come up here with your
yeah,
fucking enemies? I know they'll
yeah,
show up, and Nikki knows that. Nikki fucking
yeah,
knows that, right? And that's
yeah.
why. And that's why you get other motherfucking knockoffs like fucking Sarah saying, "Oh well, I'll steal that fucking show. We'll
Yeah.
dilute it all over
Well,
here." Fucking, you
I
know
did
what I mean?
feel that. I did feel that
Then you got the
Sarah was.
runoffs today. Then you got the runoffs today commenting about it with the fucking PayPal link. So it's the same fucking bullshit, man. One,
Well,
I don't listen to nobody.
what I felt was this as I watched the thing. I felt that Sarah was just wanting the limelight, and it was a good one. But calling it Katie Speaks or Katie Talks, as if Katie has been muted all these years and it was something of a miraculous thing that she was going to speak. All I heard was Frank, most of that. Frank. Now, on my live stream, he even tried to claim that those were bullet holes in Katie's eyes. Even Frank tried to pull it. How
Yeah.
cringe is that?
Well, the funny thing is, Sarah fucking steps up to the plate last night. But the craziest shit is like I said, she's a public figure. I don't know why she would be even getting herself involved in this. I have no idea. And the same person, Sarah, the same person, because you're the one that you love Jamie the most, right? In the end, it's going to be you and him, right, Sarah? I got your attention now. So in the end, it's going to be you and him. But your friend that you brought on panel last night, her friend Penny Bunny is running around trying to label Jamie a fucking pedophile, and we got all the fucking documents and sent them all to Jamie and tipped them off. That's why he threw Katie the fuck out. That's why he threw Penny out.
Ah. Yeah, oh no, I knew Penny was labeling him a paedophile. I saw some of that myself. Here's what Nikki doesn't know, or unless you've told her. I don't even know if you've worked it out. This is the first time I'm ever going to voice it from me out loud. I've said it to somebody else I speak to, but I haven't said it publicly or to you. When Katie goes into a new community, her and Penny also create a couple of socks, which they verify themselves with. They become pals in your chat. So you've got Katie, but she's got Penny in a sock, and they both talk and be nice so that you get this, oh, this person knows, and they verify each other. There are other people in your accounts, Nikki, that are linked to Katie, which are Penny in sock accounts. Fact.
There was another one the other night when fucking Nikki was going at Katie after your show. There was another account there called fucking Paul Foreskin, and I knew that was Penny, and fucking somebody blocked it.
Yes, but here's the thing: there are a couple of accounts that are. Hello, Lisa. There are a couple of accounts that are actually Penny, and when I have looked at the chat when it's kicking off, where I'll think, oh fucking hell, let's see what other people are saying because she's responding to someone, I can clearly tell that they're Penny saying, well, I like Katie, and Katie's, and I think, what the fuck?
You don't know what they did to Katie.
Yeah.
That's what Look, you know what I mean? That's what they do.
Here's the long and short of what's happened here. Katie has bullied many, many people right the way through historically. She's bullied. And when it then gets too much for her, she wheels out Frank Hawkins. I mean, Jardum. Out comes fucking Frank. And what he does is he bamboozles you and goes on and on and on and takes you all around the block and round the corner while Katie just sits there, because the fact of it is she cannot answer in real time because she is an habitual liar. She cannot keep track of her own lies. Frank is there clearly to say, look over here, not over there. Look over here, not over there. It's a fucking double act.
Just take a look at either Sarah knows what she's doing or she don't. She just brought somebody on her panel last night. Two people she brought on her panel. And I know Sarah don't know either of these people, but we do. And I can tell you this. Katie still goes by the last name Childers, which her ex-husband was a fucking convicted of his fucking hard drives being filled of fucking CP. And he did fucking federal fucking time for it. That's who you let on your panel last night for her fucking story.
And also,
fucking stuck his hands up women, a young girl's fucking blouse and shit, and had her in the house drinking, and paid fucking 20 grand, 15-year-old, and paid her not to go to court. That's who you had on your fucking panel, Sarah. You fucking dumb cunt.
Look up Frank Jardim, the grand jury. He'll tell you that's not him and he's not Frank. It is. Look up Frank Jardim, grand jury. Anyway, the thing that I think that really was the most offensive is that Katie didn't just go on that Sarah's and actually address the things that had caused the fallout. Because all she did was show, they repeated, first of all, the very thing that had pissed everyone off in the first place. Here we go again. The second thing is they just told more lies, because I've got audio after audio that is going to discount the audio that they were saying last night. That's what the most offensive thing
you noticed when they were saying, when Katie was saying, yeah, I did say that to her, but I was mad, blah 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 blah. Well, you're still not a victim, because in the same breath that you said all that you hope Tracy dies and chokes in her vomit and all this fucking shit, you also said when she does die, you're going to take her fucking family's name for a fucking ride. How the fuck are you a victim, you fat fucking Kentucky fucking cow?
How indeed?
You ain't no victim.
Well, this is the thing.
I guess they edited that part out last night.
Yeah. Oh, no, and do you know what they did? And whoever was running the show allowed it and played along with the game. When they showed my community post, they had to go months and months back to show something. It was all Palestine, Palestine, Palestine. I also noticed that a channel that they were trying to blame for me, and they showed one of the videos up, right next to it was a video called Frank Jardim, Where Is Your Wife? Oh, he fucking shit. You could see it. He stumbled over it. It was fucking cringe.
Where was this?
In that fucking Sarah stream.
Wow.
In that Sarah stream. And when they were, yeah, well, I've only watched the highlights. I've been told where to go. I'm going to watch it fucking more properly, because I'm more focused on Brutally Honest, because the part of Tiffany says that the Gucci channel is Tracy. You could have fucking knocked me off the chair. I couldn't fucking stop reading it. Well, Brutally Honest at the end of his stream said that Tiffany was telling people it was me. Which I always say, the person who names a sock randomly like that is usually the sock. But I'm waiting for Brutally Honest. I'm not going to fucking jump around just because he said, she said.
Did you ask Tiffany if she said it?
Yes.
Yeah, did she say no?
You're fucking right. I've said if this got legs, I'm not going to be happy. So she said, it said it was on vacation. I said, I don't say that. I'm British. I say I'm going on holiday. I'm going abroad. I'm going away. We don't say vacation in Britain. That's fucking American.
Yeah, you do say you're going on holiday, don't you?
I say I'm going on holiday, or I'm going away, or I'm going abroad. If I'm getting on a plane, I'm going abroad. What the fuck is this vacation? The only time I see vacation is outside a bed and breakfast. No vacancies available. We don't use that. It's not, or on a toilet, vacant, not vacant. We don't fucking use that kind of talk. It's open or it's closed. We go to the shop. We don't go to the store. There's little weird things, and vacation ain't fucking one of them. So I'm waiting on Robbie. Robbie's the one who says at the end of his stream that he knows this and somebody told him that Tiffany told them. Prove it. You were talking all about receipts, and this community is about receipts.
Well, you know, so who? Yeah, yeah.
Is that fair?
I agree, but I do know if you confront Robbie, he's a approachable guy. Like if he said something, he'll say he said it, or he don't give a fuck. He'll say whatever. I know that much about him. I don't know him that good. I only know him from over at Nikki. He's been all right to me, but I'm just saying he fucking if he said he got something or seen something, he'll show you where he's seen it or whatever. He won't. I doubt he'll look like a liar. He'll come out with it.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's another one. You'd probably disagree with him a lot, but he don't give a fuck what he says. That's for fucking sure. So he'll say it.
I'll pass on that. I'll go no comment. For a couple of reasons, but here's what else puzzled me. Glenn, I don't know whether you picked up on it. Frank the other night announced that he was gay and that he's been in the closet, and it was Katie who convinced him to come out of the closet, okay? But a week before that, I was sent a screenshot, and it was Katie saying to Robbie, oh, you would love my friend, Agent 19, okay? What I'm wondering is Frank coming out as gay a catfish move on to kind of, because if you look at the community over there, it's mainly women or homosexual men, and of course then you've got Glenn. I had to make sure. I don't want no trouble with you later saying I called you a homosexual.
And Glenn.
So,
Roman.
yes. So what I was wondering was, I've got lots of streams where when we've all laughed and said, oh, look, Katie's wanting to fuck Frank, and listen to her giggling like a little schoolgirl and shit, where he said, I'm a married man, we're friends, people can be friends, it doesn't mean sex. I go to tea at her mum's house. You know, I've got a family and a wife. My wife is upstairs asleep. Why is he now trying to convince that community that he's gay? I think that Katie and Frank have designs on moving into that community, and what better way than to introduce Frank as a gay man? I just find it very bizarre, because you've got Katie saying that they're a couple. Well, come on, what is it? Which is it? Do you remember, Glenn, when she accused you of me?
Her twin flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Glenn, when she accused you and me of rutting?
She could literally hear us in the background. She could literally hear us, she said.
Rutting. Well, that's not the word she used. It's the word what did she say? We were doing impressions of her and Frank orgasming. I want to hear that fucking audio. I must have been high.
Well, that stream's still on my Rumble, by the way. That was a Halloween night. I wore a Halloween mask. You remember?
Yeah.
With bullet holes. And fucking that's still on my Rumble. But we weren't fucking. We were actually wondering how they might do it. A skinny little dude like him and a big girl like her. We were wondering how. We weren't like impressing them. We're like, we didn't give a fuck. Like, I still say it might be possible, but he's got long arms. So maybe he might be able to do a little something, but I don't think you'd reach with that little dick of yours, Frank.
Well, one would wonder, but you know, for me,
it's a lot of women.
She says she heard that, and where is this? Because I never said that. Yeah, we pondered how this coupling might take place, but we didn't fucking do impressions. There was none of that. That's what a fucking. But he believed her, which makes him look so.
Still on my Rumble.
Yeah.
That same stream still on my Rumble, so you can keep the secret Rumble. Yep.
You know, when he wants to come out as this intellectual superior being, Oh, thank you, incognito. He wants to come out as this intellectual, upper middle class person. Well, what man who would be in that position would come home from work, want to hang around with some fat bird who made a fool of him? Did you hear where Katie said when he first saw her in the hospital, he burst into tears, Glenn? Did you hear last night?
Yeah.
Glenn,
Yeah.
he burst into tears. Now, I immediately, as I listened to that earlier, I immediately thought this. Did he burst into tears of, what the fuck? I didn't think you looked like that. I thought you looked like that lovely cartoon lady. Or did he burst into tears because I have another theory? Are you ready for this, Glenn? It's one of them pissing excellence. Pissing excellence, third dimensionals. What about this then? 2 weeks before Katie's episode, it was announced by Katie and Frank, and Jane will remember this because Jane was a moderator.
Yeah, they weren't gonna have Katie around. It was gonna be him and fucking what's his name?
Bacon. Now he said that he was getting away from the drama and the fucking women's fighting, and he was gonna be with Bacon doing history and guns and world wars and all of this boring bollocks. So that was 2 weeks before. Now, me and Trollope, remember, were friends when this happens. Me and Trollope, I can actually get a conversation where we say, didn't she sound fucking devastated when he announced that? And you could hear she was gutted. Now, she then did a stream on her channel. And she said, oh, agents, can it be going back? I'll still be there as a moderator. So, but you could tell she was trying to be forcefully jolly, Glenn. You know what I mean? When they're pretending they're happy and they're not. So, get this. 2 weeks later, Katie presents at the hospital. We don't know what. We know that she was trolling Tiffany. And the next thing, she hit the floor. And then she wakes up in the hospital, okay? And her son has called the ambulance. That's the story. So, hang on, I lost the fucking chain of thought. Oh, fuck. I'm so stoned. And that's probably not good to say because that's going to be a great sound clip, but reality is reality.
I'm fucking stoned. Hey, you hear my butt buster?
Yeah, Glenn, you keep yapping. I'm going to have to go back. Oh, no, I'm going to have to go back to the stream and listen what set me off. Glenn, I'm going to mute. I got to go and re-listen to the video.
Don't worry, I'll steer the bus. No, this shit I miss. Yeah, I do. Her fucking brain goes faster than mine. It does. I gotta laugh at her. Fuck every time. Yep. She's done this before. Normally when I fucking lose my train of thought, I'm like, fuck it. I got other topics. I know she's going somewhere with this. I know she's going somewhere with this. And I don't remember her saying back in the day that he ever cried, but I do remember her saying she fell asleep with his hand.
I'm back on the plan, Glenn. I'm back. Right, get this. So Frank has announced that he don't want to troll with Katie no more. Her soulmate, her twin flame, the love of her motherfucking life. Don't want to be on the panel with her because he's sick of her screaming and bawling. He wants to be with Bacon. Now, Katie presents at the hospital, okay, with numbness down one side, slurred speech, and I can't remember what the third thing was, written on the medical report, okay? Now, a medical report is what you tell the doctor. So if I go to the doctor today and say, I've got a pain in my right buttock, he is going to explore the avenue of pains in the right buttock. If I tell him I've got a pain in the head, guess where he's going to explore? My head. But those symptoms that she presents with, which could have been a stroke, are also symptoms, are you ready, of someone not taking diabetic medication or someone overdoing diabetic medication. So get this. Katie now disappears and goes quiet, and Frank last night was describing it of, she calls me every day on Skype, so I asked Bacon, have you heard from her? And then he decides to call the hospitals. Now look, I was speaking to you every day, Glenn, for a year, not far off, okay? Every morning. You and I had my first spliff with you, my first coffee, and my first of many laughs of the day with you. Now, if I woke up and you weren't there, what would I do? Well, the first thing I would do is reach out to somebody like Jane or CEO or someone else that I've spoken to, and I'm going to say, is Glenn okay? Anyone heard from Glenn? Okay? Nowhere on this fucking planet am I going to get it into my head one day to start calling hospitals. Now, if you had, because you got parents, you got children, you know, it's not like you're going to be dead in the bedroom with maggots and flies coming out of your nostrils. Somebody is going to find you. And at some point, but there's no way I would ring the hospital. Well, first of all, the hospitals wouldn't have told him anyway. So something made him know. Now, do you know what I think? I think Katie done a plea for because he was leaving her, because he was going to. That's what I honestly believe. And I think when he bursts into tears in that hospital is one of two reasons. Either it's the shock of seeing what she actually looked like versus the cartoon that she had showed him, or guilty because this woman who he has dragged, because Frank encouraged her to behave the way she did. If you, Glenn, started sitting here and started saying about stalking people's kids when they were dead and things, I'd get the fuck off the panel because I wouldn't want to be associated with it. But I would probably say, Glenn, can you go to private chat? And I'd be saying, Glenn, this ain't a good look, mate. Please fucking walk it back. Laugh it off. Make it a joke. There's no fucking way. But Frank didn't. Frank egged her on. Frank egged her on because it suited him through COVID, because we were all housebound. His wife was upstairs, according to him, asleep with his children. This was according to him. I believe that was I don't believe it was a stroke. I've never seen any medical evidence of it saying she had a stroke. I saw it saying suspected stroke.
And we've actually sent all the medical information, every piece of that medical information Katie has ever uploaded to people on YouTube that are actually doctors and looked at it. And not one person said that that's a stroke.
She then claimed to have a second mini stroke. She said that on James D's, that she'd had a second one because of the stress of Tiffany, who she followed everywhere. Yes, Glenn, you've gone really quiet. I don't know how you are for chat, but for me, you're quiet.
Let me jump out back in.
Yeah, you moved away, gone somewhere else, yeah? You just went a bit distant. Oh, he fucking kicked himself out. So this is my show now. This is my swamp. You're in my swamp now. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that was the bursting into tears. I think it was a very extreme thing to go to the hospital. Could it not have been just that she was tired from all the late nights and she slept in? Could it not be that she went out somewhere, or were you so sure that she never left the house that she would be online Sorry, Glenn, what was that?
Doesn't that sound better?
A little. Well, how is Glenn to the chat? Chat, how is Glenn to you? The chat has stopped, funny enough, a little while ago. Unless he's frozen for me. A little, it's kind of the same. I'm going to... Muffled. Yeah, you've gone. I can't hear you.
All right, let me go out and come back in. And come back in.
Yeah, there's a bit of static too as well, see, Glenn, that I can hear. Yeah, the static. Yeah, but he was clear, wasn't he, just before that? He sounded good to me, clear. So I'm wondering, you know, putting all these pieces together, you know, the fact that he was so certain that she was at the hospital. I'm wondering if there's a lot more to that story. And if the reason Frank is so willing to cunt himself off and try to say bullet holes, which he knows full well, he's watches all our videos, he's commented on enough of mine, he knows everything. Yeah, he claimed to not know that that was a party mask, you know? He claims to not know that my community is full of Palestine. You can see there's weeks of period where I'm either not here at all, like 2-3 weeks at a time, or I'm posting about Palestine while Katie's going on and on and on and on. Hello, Glenn.
Better?
Oh, fuck me, yes. Hello. Fucking hell. I was leaning in ready to listen. He's like, oh, there he is. Yeah, they got to
probably tell me to fucking turn it down now.
No, it's good. I think we're about equal, the pair of us. Did you hear my theory, Glenn?
Yep.
Because, you know, he said I just feel it was too extreme straight away to go to the hospital. Would you have gone to the hospital?
Well, the same thing with the theory, though. The first time you heard him cry was last night. Like, that's what I'm fucking saying, man. Every time them two idiots tell the stories, it either changes or something's added to it.
Yeah.
And delete the other 5 versions. You know what I mean? That's what they do. That's what they've been doing it. She's been doing it with her medical.
That's why they don't leave their live streams up.
Well, the same goes with Katie. She put all this proof up. Do you remember that she had a stroke? She didn't need to prove it, but she was going to prove it. Well, you put up fucking 5 different videos of your medical shit. Couldn't you have put it all into one and fucking left it up? But you put 5 different videos up. None of them said stroke. And, well, there's no evidence out there that you had a fucking stroke. You're just fat and ugly and fucking had a procedure to get your fucking stomach stapled and fat cut off you. That's it. That's all we can prove.
Well, they were laughing on a Trollope video of Tracy's had a facelift. Well, number one, I can't get a facelift until I'm cancer-free for a decade. Let me tell you, that's another 18 months-ish. The fucking day that is up, I'm having a facelift. No ifs, no buts. I'm not going to have a cheap fucker. I'm going to have it tweaked. I'm not going to have it pulled like Sharon Osbourne. Just a little tweak. That's the reality.
If you remember when Katie first come out, when she first come out talking about this stroke, she went out to left field and she kept what she kept doing was one lie kept leading to another. There was no talk of no fucking weight removal, nothing.
No.
It was you're fat, you're fucking ugly, and all this shit. She had a stroke. We were like, no, you're just fucking fat. You probably had a heart attack. You probably had a diabetic coma. You probably had blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm going to prove that I had a stroke. So then when she proved she had a stroke, we're like, or she thought she proved she had a stroke. We're like, either way, nobody cares. It's already been like 6 months. We're like, nobody cares, Katie. Just fucking go away. Who cares? There's like 5 people on the internet that don't believe you. And somehow every day you're coming out here trying to prove yourself. Then it was like, we just said, fuck your stroke. We're not going to talk about it no more because she just kept wanting us to talk about it. So we're like, fuck you, bitch. You're just fat. She's like, I'm not fat anymore. I had a weight loss surgery. Oh, well, where's your medical for that? Well, she never showed her weight loss
No,
medical ever,
no,
not one time, right? So she'll show about her stroke 5 different times, but she never proved about weight
no.
loss surgery.
Or
So you're still
any of
fat.
the
And
cancer.
then when we said, okay, let's go, Katie, you did have a stroke, you did have weight loss surgery, but then we started showing her pictures of people that had weight loss surgery, and
Loose
we're
fat.
like, well, where's all your loose fat? Oh, I got that caught off too. Oh, well, you've been busy while doing premieres in fucking operating
Yeah.
tables. I can tell you that much, little girl.
Yeah. She's batshit crazy. She just tells lies on ad hoc. She just randomly tells a ridiculous lie. And that's why it can never work between her and Frank, because Frank is also lied to. It's not just us. She's also lying to him. Now, last night, I hate to tell you this, Roman, Glenn, are you ready?
Go.
She repeated that you had terrorized Bacon's wife and children and family on that
No,
stream.
she did. It was like,
I know.
first
I know.
off, Penny Bunny's the
want
one
you
who
to-
made the first fucking video. She
Yeah.
left it up for a day. We left it up for a week. We took the fucking thing down because Bacon agreed, hey, I'm going to tell her to stop mentioning me. So I'm
Yes.
like, yeah, cool. No worries. We'll take it down, dude. We proved our point. Nobody's ever contacted Bacon's family. Bacon has never come public and said, they all contacted my family. Nobody contacted
He's
Bacon's
waiting
family.
to stop
Nobody.
saying it.
It was a docs video. It shouldn't have been the fuck out. It was just to prove a point. It was stupid.
But hasn't
I don't even
Bacon
mind
asked,
that fucking Bacon guy. He's asked her many times to shut up and stop saying his name.
which brings me on to another point. That Nikki got harassed because she asked for Katie to do something and Katie persisted and would not comply. Agreed?
Yep.
Bacon has also asked her, please stop referencing me and my family in your beefs. I don't want you to bring it up. What does Katie do? The same as she done to Nikki. Keep going. Force her will.
So here she is again. After her friend, right? He got doxxed because of her, basically,
Yeah.
stupidly, immaturely, by me and being Penny Bunny. Shouldn't have did it, but we did it, right? Because they did shit to fucking to Jane. So we're like, fuck you then. So you want to hit one of ours? We'll hit one of yours. And it was fucking random. That's what it was. So we shouldn't have did it, but we did it. And then after we fucking did it, Penny got no blame. I got all the fucking blame. I took the fucking blame. And I said, I'll take the fucking thing down. No problem. I owned it. They never would have known it was me had I not fucking owned it. You think I couldn't have kept that under fucking? If I wanted to keep that on the down low, I could have kept it on the down low. I didn't care. I did it. I didn't care. And fucking the funny thing was that was supposed to be her friend, and he was texting her many times throughout fucking me saying, I'll put it back up. If she keeps fucking bringing it up, I'm going to put it back up. And I went to him and told him that. And he said, I'm texting her right now. I'm at work, but I'm texting her right now. And fucking within the hour, the videos that Katie had up, she took down. But she still mentioned she went into another community last night saying it again.
Katie has no respect for other people's boundaries or other people's wishes. If you refuse to go along with what her goal is, which is normally either Tiffany or me, it's more Tiffany than me, but that goes back to Forrest Jameson. You see, when Katie and Tiffany first were pals, Katie had been in love with Forrest for quite a while, and like how you hear her simping over fucking Frank, she used to do that over Forrest. Now, Forrest was kind of in love with the character that Katie was portraying. Sassy chick. You yourself have said, Glenn, if you listen to her voice, you wouldn't think she was a big...
No, she sounded like a phone sex lady.
Yes. So Forrest was in love with that and the fact that she was a troll. Forrest is a troll. And he liked that. One day, Katie brings Tiffany into the Skype conversation with Forrest. Forrest then, they are speaking. Now, there's two stories that goes. The one that comes from Forrest is that the next thing he knows, Tiffany's sending him breast pictures. Tiffany's is, no, they got talking. But in any event, Forrest then went to Katie and said, look, I'm now speaking to Tiffany and I really like her. Katie then makes a big post about on fucking Sunday, you said you loved me. You asked me to be your girlfriend on fucking Sunday, she kept saying. Now, this must have been on the Tuesday. So that is where the beginning of Katie and Tiffany comes. And ever since then, Katie has wanted to compete with Tiffany because Tiffany took Forrest in Katie's mind. In my mind, if a man goes with you, unless you've kidnapped him and put fucking handcuffs on him and gagged him and dragged him out against his will, you cannot, that's how it happened. So he chose Tiffany. And I believe subconsciously ever since, when Katie is following Tiffany to the communities, she's trying to prove to herself that this time they will pick me. I will be the favourite. That's what I believe is going on. I do myself wonder, and I've always wondered it, why Katie will attack Tiffany so viciously and why Tiffany ignores her. But Tiffany's response is because she's just not, I don't want to feed her fucking energy. She's going to do what she's going to do.
Yeah, but in a way, though, Tiffany, it shows just the other night after you went live, we were all blocked from her, so we couldn't see her in chat, but obviously we had another chatter to see. But then fucking Nikki goes live, and there's a fucking Tiffany account coming in paying $2 to say, Tiffany's the queen, Tiffany's the this, Tiffany's the... Here's Katie getting a beating of her lifetime. She just went fucking 6 rounds with you, and now she's going to go 9 rounds with darling motherfucking Nikki. And you got Katie, or Tiffany in there under a fucking account paying cash money to fucking get her one-liners in so we don't talk about Katie, we talk about Tiffany. Go fucking figure that.
And how
makes sense.
Do you get to know who sends the $2? Is there any track?
No, you don't. But in the same sense, who else is paying money to say Tiffany's the queen and doing it 10 times in a night?
Yeah,
at $2 a piece, American.
Unless, yeah,
and that's the one thing I liked about Darling Nikki, because people are like, do you want me to just block it? Because you could just block it and she can't fucking donate or come in under another name and donate. But the funny thing is, Nikki's like, no, she's like, that's the second time she donated tonight, so that's fucking $4 more for the dollar store tomorrow. I'm just like, fuck, go girl.
That's the way. That is the way to take it. But,
you know what I mean? Fuck it.
So if you pay money, your comment has to be read out, is it? Or your comment definitely.
Well, yeah. But if it's really negative, Nikki can block it, and I think maybe the moderators can too. I'm not sure, but I just noticed it, and I'm like, this is fucking crazy, man. This is fucking nuts. Like, who else would be paying money to put a message about Tiffany and her fucking dog? Come on. And Katie's getting beat. Like, that's the thing. You're taking the fucking attention off Katie because nobody's even talking about Tiffany.
No, I see. It's I've always can ignore Katie for so long, and then it just gets to the point where fuck it. Where it suits me, sometimes it might be that it's pissing down with rain, or there's nothing on the TV or whatever. So it'll suit me to respond. But I could not allow her to just post all that shit and not have a fucking channel full of my own. You want to play fucking slash share clips.
Well, like I say, there's...
Never understand it. Never. Not in my nature, but that's my nature. I'm a feisty bitch. But then,
yeah, but I know, but you got to think though, man. Like there's a lot of people out there that we know, such as and a lot of them we don't like. But even me, you know, listen, if there's somebody out there that I don't fucking like, and there is, do you not believe that I've got channels solely devoted to them? Fucking right, I do. Yeah, I do. I got Rumbles. I got fucking Internet Archives. I got shit that's solely devoted to people that I don't fucking like. Do you know what I'm saying? So that when it doesn't matter if somebody in the chat wants to know who the fuck I'm talking about, I could be like, hey, go over here and watch whatever the fuck you want. Here, you'll know all about that person. And you'll be able to go to that channel or that site, and there's everything. Trollop is another one. Trollop has a whole fucking page of people that he feels fucking did him wrong, or they fucked him over, or he don't like, or what. He has fucking pages and channels solely devoted to people that he don't like. Most people do. That's just how it is out here. Katie's the same way. Katie has channels and fucking sites devoted just to people she don't fucking like. So does fucking Frank. Why does Tiffany not? That's what I say to myself. She's got she got more enemies out here than all of us. But she just has her regular channels? No.
Well, my history, if you listen to me and Frank where we're on the stream, the one thing I suddenly randomly say, oh yeah, because your first channel was Herbie Monsters, wasn't it? And he says, yes, that was my channel. I says, oh, was it Cancer Man COINTELPRO? Now, I knew it was Herbie Monsters. When I'm asking that question, I'm being sly and coming to a point. So I said, your first channel was Herbie Monsters, wasn't it? Or was it Cancer Man COINTELPRO? He then corrects me and says, yes, Herbie Monsters. So you weren't here for the first 2 years of me, Katie, fighting. Me and Katie had been fighting, and I'd been fighting with Bubba and Annie 2 years before that fucking channel even come. So when he talks as this big authority, he actually comes to YouTube after. Now, we know that he knows what Katie is because we've got the audio of him with Monty. So when he's out lording it up and he's using these women as a platform, and that's exactly what he was doing, but it could also be a selfish move on his part. You know what it could be, Roman? He could be thinking, oh my God, if she loses this community, she's going to be calling me morning, noon and night. I've got to come out and do my damnedest and get her back in this community. It could be that, or it could be that he actually has his eye on me and Katie taking over the community, because that's what it felt like last night. Did you? And today, the post, you will not win here, Tracy.
Oh, he thinks that, but honestly, he's fucking dribble. Anybody who listens to fucking Frank, man, he's dribble. Agent 19, you're like, man, I don't mind it when he comes out every 6 months. It's I don't know. It's not interesting, but it's like, hey, I ain't heard from this dipshit in 6 months. But when he thinks he can stream every night of the week, man, he's dribble, man. He'll fucking need Bacon or somebody because him and Katie ain't going to do it. That audience is going to drop.
It was already going that way. That's why he was getting rid of Katie.
Yeah, but most people, you know, and I know, man, most people, I mean, the ones we attract, obviously, they love the drama. They don't give a fuck. The more misery, the more everything. But some people actually don't want it. They'd rather fucking hear about fucking bullshit, fucking whatever, a tornado, a fucking politics, fucking whatever. They'd rather hear about shit like that. But the drama fucking sells. And it's most of the people that live off other people's fucking misery, like Katie and Penny. Their lives are so fucking miserable that they, you know, they're just hoping something bad happens to someone else so that they can weigh in. And usually they don't just weigh in. They'll reach out, be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that's happening to you. Oh my God, is there anything I can do to help?" And then fucking a month from now, they're fucking you over. That's how it usually goes.
I cannot abide sheeple. I find sheeple one of the most nauseating kind of characters on the fucking planet. To me, they are weak. They are the lowest fucking denominator of people on the internet. because they don't base their opinions on their own thoughts or what they've seen or what they've heard themselves or experienced. They go with the majority, seriously. The half of them would follow a shit around the U-bend. If that's where it took them, they would fucking follow it. It's the wildest fucking situation I've ever met, I've ever seen. I can't stand those people. And what I found most offensive about my last bit of experience here in the last few months is there was a period where I've always gone on about Palestine. I'll randomly go on about Palestine. I don't do it on a stream with you because that's not what our stream is. Our stream is another kind of audience. It would be ridiculous to talk about it on here. But when there was a bit of an argument that went on between Tiffany and a group of people because somebody made a pro-Palestine or an anti-Israel comment, from that moment on, the amount of people that disappeared from my chat, that stopped communicating with me, the only person who consistently, two of them, consistently persisted was Becky Dean and Lisa Lake. The sheeple effect was so huge with them that all the people that had been chatting with me just suddenly stopped chatting, all because there was a little argument in their community, and then they fucked themselves over because they'd called it out. They then couldn't be seen in my chat because they would be called hypocrites. I do notice things like that, but I'm not like Katie where I think, right, you bastard, you fucking did this, you're taking her side. I just think, fuck you. There'll come a point where you might fucking be around me asking me for a favor and I'll fucking remember it. And so, now that argument took place in the Kramer channel. I don't know whether you saw it, did you?
Was it, are you talking about the Granny Fanny thing?
Somebody, yes, it is Granny Fanny,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
waffle.
Yeah, well, to me, if you were that shallow to make a point and then to have to kind of not speak to me, I'm going to remember that at some point. And I know you are going to need me more than, because the one thing I've never done is gone to anyone and asked for anything or asked for help. Never. Me and you organically become friends because they had accused me of being in cahoots with you. I came and popped up and said, hello, my number one fan. I thought he's going to start calling me Bingo Granny and that now, and we can have a little fight. We started jabbering. And it was like we fucking always been.
What was it the first time we and you ever fucking talked? We got on Telegram, said a couple, and then we've talked 5-6 fucking hours straight. Boom.
And it was like we'd always known each other and we'd never not been friends. That's how it was for me. I've forgotten immediately that that we'd ever been.
Oh man, I told you, and nothing ever came back ever. There was only one thing ever that my only problem. That's what you said. Well, what's your problem with me? I'm like, I only had one. It was Katie. That was it. There was no other problem. I didn't give a fuck who you hang around with, who you favored. I seriously did not give a fuck who you had in your chat, who you brought in my chat. I didn't care. The only thing I said was Katie. That was my only problem. And yeah, me and you I start running my mouth. You started back, and it's me and you fucking with them. No wonder it escalated to what it escalated to. You know what I mean? It's fucking me and you, for fuck's sakes. But that's really what it was over. It was just that.
We didn't do anything. We weren't trying to fucking ruin each other, or it was an exchange of insults.
Before I didn't like that, like you about Katie. Man, I was like a super fan. I loved watching your shit. I swear to fuck, I showed you that. I proved that to you. Like you're like, show me that you watched me a year ago or whatever. I'm like, fuck, right here. Fucking, you know what I mean? it was important for me for you to know that
Yeah,
I didn't come out just as your enemy. It's not how it started. It might
yeah,
have seemed that way to you because you didn't know me, but I was
yeah,
watching you and I was documenting some of the stuff. And when I started pulling out the Chang stuff and stuff, saying this is what happened, this is how it went down from my end, what I was seeing on my end, you were like, "Fuck, you did
yeah,
watch me."
yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I
And,
watched you closely."
and I never ever, from that moment of that call, ever thought back to, and when Lisa would come in and call you skinny arms, I nearly used to shrivel at my own arse, Glenn. I used to think, I wish she'd fuck off. Why has she gotta say that? Don't remind me. But we can laugh our fucking heads. We've made our own jokes about it.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't just make fun of other people.
Well, it's like her saying last night, Katie, "Oh, TT6, they're dangerous people." And
What?
one, we ain't fucking dangerous people. Two, I don't even wish that were true because most people don't know us as that. So we're definitely not dangerous people. And if we were dangerous people, Katie, let's just say that we were
Yeah.
half as dangerous as you claimed we was last night. Why have you been fucking with us for 2 years?
Yeah.
Playing a victim. If we're so dangerous, why don't you just fuck off? You know what I mean? If that's the case.
Well, before I came on here and before I dropped a gallon, mind you, of chip oil, vegetable oil, all over the kitchen,
Yeah.
the lid come off, Glenn. I burst into tears because I'd only just fucking cleaned ready, thinking I'm going to hardcore clean, so I have a lazy day tomorrow. I just burst into tears, and I'm not like that. I was fucking overcome with it. It took 2 bags of flour because I immediately threw flour on the floor. Because if you spill oil, throw flour. I put 2 bags of flour all over the floor. I sat there looking at it for 15 minutes, smoking a spliff, thinking, oh my God, Jesus. Then I got my dustpan and brush, and as I swept up the flour, guess what? It brought the oil up too. Then I threw some fairy liquid, washing up liquid on the floor, got my mop, washed the floor a couple of times, it's shiny new again. So after I did that, I started listening. I'll show you a picture I took. I nearly had a fucking breakdown because I'd only just cleaned the fucking thing. Plus, the chip oil cost me a fucking $5. So I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't the epoxy lid? So anyway, I listened to somebody called Scotty. And the one thing that Scotty did say before I came onto this panel with you, when we started, I said to you, I've sent you an email. The one thing I did fucking like what she said was, if you hate Tiffany as much as you say, why do you follow her? Why couldn't you come here and just think, thank fuck, I'm away from Tiffany? And that is true. For somebody who... Now, she said she was suing Tiffany not so long ago. I would love to see a court case involving Katie and anyone, any fucking one. I don't care. If it was Tiffany, yes, it would be.
She was taking fucking Penny to court. She was taking fucking you to court. She was taking fucking everybody to court at one point in time. Everybody, James D. And then she'd come out and be like, I can't talk about it because there's a lawsuit. Oh, well, that's fucking feasible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's never nothing. There's never anything. Even the school shit. Remember she said all that school shit? Her kid was abused, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. So far, when I said his arms were skinny, what it is I'm a roaster. I'm like Glenn and a beefer. And if I'm going to shred you, I'm going to home in on something. And because he's not walking around like Charles Atlas, all pumped up and acting like fucking Frank over there, Mr. fucking Universe, I just there was nothing else to home in on. There was nothing else. So, and I'm like that anyway, because I know that if a little man is shouting at you, point out he got short man syndrome.
Skinny arms was one of the nicer things she said to me. Fuck, man, she had me in the fucking me in the Legion, and fucking who else was?
I had you as Liberace. Liberace, and I had you were Liberace, and the other one. No, he was Liberace. You were who's the other one? Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. I had one time I had golden blonde hair like Malibu. Golden blonde hair
Then,
like Malibu.
and I laughed my head off making that. I did. I'm not going to lie. I had 15 minutes of high laughter to myself, thinking, oh, this will get him going. And you just laughed your dick off and showed it.
Yeah, it was funny.
That
It was
deflated
funny
me a
shit.
little bit, Glenn. You were meant to go on a mad one, and you just laughed and showed
Oh,
it.
hey, Love Cat, nice to see you. I haven't seen you around in a
Hey,
while.
Love
Good
Cat.
to see you.
Yeah. Ah, fucking funny. And then Lisa would always come in and say skinny arms, or she'd say Mr. Butler. I call her Mrs. Butler now and again. Do you remember I was convinced she was your wife, Lisa?
Yeah.
Absolutely convinced that was it. She's his wife. I
Well,
don't even know
when you start seeing people, and especially you were seeing me for the first time, and you were seeing me at Lisa's when I go live, Lisa'd be in the chat, so it would make sense. You know what I mean? I listen, man. I've called some shit that I'd be like, yeah, I was wrong on that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to deny you go down rabbit holes and all kinds, but eventually, with persistence, you will get to the right rabbit hole. There's just lots of warrens coming off. Glenn, do you want to share this screen a minute? If I might.
Every time she says that, I'm like, I don't know.
I've shared some. Well, anyway, right. Here's what Katie skipped over on her confession.
I'm not here for friends. I'm not here to score points with anybody. I don't give a fuck if people unsub me or follow me. I don't care. I'm not here for that. I'm going to waste the last moments of your life, Tracy. I'm going to take them. And when you're gone, I'm going to take your goddamn name and your family's name for a fucking ride. That's what I'm going to take your goddamn name and your family's name for a fucking ride. That's what I'm going to do. And when you're gone, I'm going to take your goddamn name and your family's name for a fucking ride. That's what And when you're gone, I'm going to take your goddamn name and your family's name for a fucking ride. And when you're gone, I'm going to take your
Right.
And when you're
So I think I've made my point. You missed that bit out, Katie.
Yeah,
so let me tell you, what have I got to lose by spending the rest of my goddamn life, which I got a funny feeling.
Oh, you'll outlive that fat cunt.
I think there's a very good chance that I will outlive her. Very good.
You can smoke all you want. You're going to outlive that fat cunt.
Listen, when I was her age, fucking hell, man, if I looked like her, I probably would have ended it if I didn't have children. There's no fucking way I could look and live like that. And it wouldn't make me happier to be sitting online. Now picture this. She was sat online, built like a fucking silverback gorilla, calling other women fat linebackers. That is some extraordinary disconnect from reality there.
You know the same thing, how she was in love with Forrest and lost Forrest to Tiffany, right?
Yeah.
I swear though, that same story you told, that can be I'm telling you, man, word for word, just about. If you just took out the name fucking Tiffany and add Penny. Penny did the same shit. It was the same thing. That's how they got connected. Boom. Next thing you know, Forrest is like, hey, I like Tiffany. I like Penny. I'm going with her. Same fucking thing. Same thing. And then remember, Katie, I've even got it recorded. Katie disrupted her fucking show one night. I don't know if that was the time around Forrest or not.
Oh yeah,
literally Penny had to shut down her fucking show because Katie was kicking up dust in the chat, and Penny did not know how to handle it. It was not that kind of a stream for Penny, and she's like, "Fuck, okay, I'm gonna end the stream because I ain't got time for this." Boom, end the stream.
Here's another funny thing and a tell that some of you might not have picked up on, but if you go back and listen, Katie's one of the main rage things against Nikki, darling Nikki, was not only you, if you don't let me do this, you're friends with Tiffany, you said you liked Tracy. That fucking killed her. She could not stand that Nikki had said she liked me. Katie has been in this competition with me. She says that I've been in the competition with her. Why would I be? First of all, she was a troll who hid her identity, how she looked, her appearance, for a decade. That when somebody hides and they start calling everybody a fat cunt and anorexic, I know there's something wrong with your body. When you start making channels calling me donkey teeth, I know you've got something going on with your teeth. Because otherwise you'd be out here with your perfect pearly whites calling me out. I know by what they say that they are leaking. As soon as Katie saw Tracy and I speak in chat, we were working together against her. I'll tell you another moment of embarrassment, and I'm going to be posting it in the next couple of days, is what they did to Blazing Scar. That's how I came to really know Blazing Scar.
I think it's so funny. Katie is always the one who uses these words. Glenn's working with this one. So-and-so's working with Glenn. Working. You know, the one thing I know that I know Tracy liked at the time, Yaxley liked them. Once I got to know these people like Jane and even my wife Sofa, all of this shit, man. Most of the people who know me on a personal fucking level, the most things that I'll send a person is, hey, this is me working today. I'm at work fucking and I've done multiple jobs, you know what I'm saying? Working with, like, the only one that sits on fucking YouTube 24 hours a fucking day, 7 days a week that I know of, making premieres and fucking bullshit AI of herself, is fucking Katie Childers. Who the fuck are you working with? Because this is all you got. I'm fucking everywhere else for at least 8 hours a day.
Definitely.
You know, like that's the part I don't get. Tracy, you'd be gone for fucking forever on vacations, out on your bike. You'd be making all kinds of private videos that never went on YouTube, that you just sent me or put in our group for me and Yaxley to see, or whoever, me and Tier 5 or whoever would watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the things that you do are not happening. She's like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to. There's no fucking videos of nothing. Ever.
Like when she said not so long ago that she was going to leave and she was going hiking with Frank and going to see the world. I immediately took down all my material and totally spoke about Palestine. Fuck me. A week later, she's off. She was so.
When you say that, I've only ever heard you say that, and I've listened to you battle other fucking people. She's off. Because I remember on that Chang video, I watched it so many times, and it was a clip that you put together, and you're like, oh, she's off again. Like, every time you say that, it brings me back to that Chang video. And it's funny because
I like that video from you. It is the one video that I haven't got, and I would like to. The audio now is bad. I would like to redo the audio. It's very similar, but I need that raw footage. If you could, I would.
Yeah. I got it. It's on my roll for sure, 100%. And you know, anything I got's yours. You know that. Even the videos that I have of you, you come on fucking how many live streams, Tracy, and I still got it all, right? So if I ever did play any of that clips, I wouldn't just play it. I'd run it by you because it's not my content, it's our content. We made that together.
I would very much like that one video because I would like to now redo the audio is quiet. I would like to redo the audio. Glenn, I don't know how you feel about that, but you can see it in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Good times.
I would have fucking wore this for an avatar.
You did. You burst my bubble because I made it thinking he'll go fucking bananas when he sees this. You laughed your head off. It pure fucking deflated me, Glenn, because I choked like a fucker making that. I roared. Oh, those were good times. Listen, that got me through the tightest spot. Because, you know, I'm not going to say it was hard. Katie and Joel going fucking hell for leather, the message sharing. You see, what happened from my side was Yaxley and we were all shit talking Katie in our chat. No ifs, no buts. We were all shit talking her. When Katie was calling Joel up, sweetie, or sending him hearts, he would come over to the group chat and he'd say, oh my God, she's sending me love hearts and calling me sweetie. And we'd all laugh because we just know she's fake as fuck. And she says it to everyone she's friends with. So we'd all have a little laugh. And we said things like, listen, there's a chance she might really have changed, so let's hope. Yaxley said, I've got a funny feeling that she haven't changed, but, you know, it don't hurt us to go with it. Now, one day, Yaxley spoke out of turn and told Katie something that was private from our group chat. Are you with me?
Yep.
I said, oh, fuck. Trollope immediately said, Yaxley, you should never have told Katie that. And I said, well, it's fucking done now and don't worry. But Trollope was fucking the first one on it. You should never have shared that with Katie. Now, what happened was Yaxley and fucking Joel had a terrible fight, Trollope. Well, Trollope started trying to shout at Yaxley in his caps locks and telling him, you should be grateful that Tracy did this. Yaxley said, look, don't fucking speak to me like that or something. And then Joel Trollope accused him of working and being the ghost. So Yaxley said, you're fucking deluded, and blocked him. Now, what happens from my perspective is the first thing that happens is Joel Trollope is messaging me saying, Yaxley's just talking shit about you. We've had a fallout. I say, oh, fucking hell. Yaxley, meanwhile, who I speak to in real life on WhatsApp, says to me, listen, Tracy, I know he's your friend, because we always knew at that point, me and Yaxley knew that Trollope was a man, but we'll play along with your fucking female persona. We knew, though. Yaxley said, Tracy, I don't want to be the cause of a fallout between you and Trollope. I'm going to not tell you what happened. Here is the conversation. And Yaxley had recorded it live. And basically what happens is Yaxley appears and says, hey, what's happening? How did you enjoy the caravan? And they exchange what we'll call pleasantries. Trollope then says, did you see Tracy's stream with Malibu? And Yaxley said, listen, I'm a bit put out about that, to be honest with you. And Trollope said, listen, it was great because remember I played the audio where you were talking to Malibu, Glenn?
Yeah.
Right.
I was admitting I was OnlyFans.
Yes. So Trollope said, listen, the fucking audio she got was great, you know, it's not. So now, meanwhile, Yaxley has said to come over to me, sent me the conversation and said, look, I was a bit put out about that, to be honest with you, because twice she came to you and said to you, will you ask Yaxley to stop making posts? So I said, listen, you stop saying to him and you started Malibu. So I go over to Yaxley and I say, Yaxley, can you stop commenting and remove your comments and your posts? She wants you to stop. And he said, great, please. If she ignores me, I'm happy to ignore her. I go for long 3-4 days. Malibu would start shit posting about him again. He would then come to me and say, look, man, you asked me to, and she's fucking doing it again. So I'd say, oh, I don't know. So Yaxley would then respond, and Malibu would then again came to me and said, can you ask Yaxley to stop? Well, Yaxley was angry because fucking hell, how many times this is how he was thinking, but he wasn't abusing me. So what happens is Trollope starts telling me that Yaxley was slagging me off. Now, this is my worst crime in this, and I'm gutted. I wish I could go back in time. I was so embarrassed as Trollope was lying to me that I had seen the live chat. I didn't want to hurt his feelings and say, I know you're lying. It was a hard, when I read Yaxley's chat and I compared it to what Trollope was saying, it was a blow to me to know that Trollope was playing me and we weren't 100% truthful with each other, that I was the only one being 100% truthful. And what happened is I won't kick Yaxley, and I keep trying to go out of my way. They spoiled my holiday by keeping on and on and on. I say they, fucking Trollope.
It was your birthday. It was your birthday.
It was my 60th. I was on holiday with all my family.
Yeah.
And I was having to climb up big hills and fucking stand.
We were enemies. I remember that. Yeah.
I was having to stand up on top of hills to try and get a signal in that godforsaken fucking place. And that's what it was godforsaken. It was like the desert. So when I got back, I'm now just trying to avoid the issue and just trying to keep a lid on it. And Trollope is saying, why can't you call Yaxley out? Why can't you tell the truth? You should tell the truth. You should tell. And he went on and on and on. And what I should have said is, now with hindsight, I should have bit the bullet and said, look, you're lying. I've seen the conversation. What Yaxley wants slagging me off, come on. For fuck's sake, if you want to be rid of him, just say and we'll get rid of him. But don't go through this. And but I didn't, because it was awkward. I didn't want to feel embarrassed for him, and I didn't want to embarrass him, and I hoped it wouldn't come to it. But that night when he kept saying, you should tell the truth, you should tell the truth, you should tell, and I thought, I'm going to tell the truth. Do you remember that stream, Glenn?
Yeah.
Where I just lost my mind and went on a fucking...
Well, at that time, I thought you were fucking gone. Because you weren't coming back. You left me here with all these motherfuckers, and I said it on a post. So I thought you were fucking gone. And then you guys came out, and you're like, when you came out, you were fighting with fucking Trollope. Trollope had no wrench. You were fighting with Yaxley. I'm like, what the fuck are these guys up to? But it was like, it was the same thing. In the beginning, I thought, oh, they're just fucking with us. They have to be.
No.
But then if you remember, that was like an 8-hour fucking stream.
Yeah.
And Trollope tried everything he could do to get me to give him that fucking stream. He's like, I'll get Yaxley so good. I need that. Yeah. I need that stream. And I never gave it to him. And you noticed he never played nothing from that.
No.
Because he don't have it.
You know what? And what happened was, I was calling Yaxley I was saying Yaxley's a user. I didn't. I said he's selfish. He's I'm all right, Jack. And if he's busy, and Yaxley immediately said, "Can I have the link? Can you remember?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Listen, I probably have been selfish, but so I was accepting the Yaxley. But what I wouldn't accept was that Yaxley was the backstabber." Because guess who ended up the backstabber? But this was the craziest bit, Glenn, and I know you'll follow it. When we were arguing over Yaxley and saying, you let him into our happy house and I've been loyal to you and you're picking Yaxley, randomly, he just put in the chat, you're making this about Katie. It's not about Katie. So I said, listen, if I'm going to fucking forgive Katie, what's the problem with me forgiving Tiffany? Tiffany haven't fucking accused me of all the shit. Tiffany haven't fucking sat there wishing me dead. So why have I got to forgive one but not the other? And it just went fucking insane. But,
Well, you one-upped it from that because I remember, I think it was Tiffany went on that day, but I didn't. But you said everybody's welcome except for Penny.
Yeah. And I meant it, and to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, well, am I welcome? I remember saying that. Everybody's welcome. Am I welcome?
and Jane, everyone straight away, and we all immediately gelled. There was no awkward. We all straight away. It was like we'd always been
Well, you
friends.
win it. You guys, after a fucking hour, you guys said so much that I knew it wasn't. I knew it was real. Obviously, it
Yeah.
was. You all wouldn't. That was. You all wouldn't have went out and said all that shit for fucking
No.
nothing to fucking try to fucking play a trick on me. It was like the time with Penny when I was first. That was right around the time I was going fucking wild, me and Penny at each other. And
Yeah.
fucking, I remember that. Fucking Penny was going nuts talking to Tiffany, saying he gave everything to Tracy. Tracy's coming out. She's going to come out about, because we didn't know what was going on when you were getting ready to go do that live stream. And
Yeah.
they were thinking that I gave everything to you. And I'm like, I didn't give everything to her. I didn't give anything to her. I told her we had
Yeah.
a fallout. That was it. And fucking when I went live, you said even you didn't quite believe what was going on. You heard a little bit. You're gonna watch, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck this shit. When I come
Yeah.
out, I'm fucking swinging right out the gate. First
Yeah.
30 seconds of my live stream, I played my fucking ace card right
Yeah.
away.
And I knew then, and I thought, right. But I also liked the way you presented. You made me laugh. I just find you funny, and you bring out the funny in me. So once you and you were analysing it and giving your 10 pence worth, I was like, fuck, he's analysing it like I would. These are the things I'd say. That's when I started to sneakily like you and think, yeah, he's all right. I like this place. This is, they're all right. It's cool. And then we had that Skype call, and boom,
Yeah.
that was it. I knew.
Well, it was
And
funny. Our both chats coming together. Not everybody agreed
Yeah.
and shit. You know what I mean? But they all
Yeah.
fucking worked the things out in the end. It was whatever, man. It was two communities. It wasn't even two communities. It was same community, but two rivals
yeah,
chats coming together. That we used to sit over here chat about you guys. You guys would sit over there chat about us. Now all of a sudden we're sitting in the same fucking chat talking about fucking Katie and Penny and fucking.
see what I was thinking on, like the difference between a scooter and a bike, because you've ridden both. On a scooter, you've got to concentrate, haven't you, on where you're going, what you're going to hit, what's there, and if you're in Britain, you've got to think about policemen chasing you on your scooter. So you don't have time to really just let loose. But when you're sat on a bike pedaling along, you can your mind just wanders, don't it? You can just think any old shit, because
Oh, yeah.
riding a bike is so natural, isn't it? You don't have to think about it. And I was going along, and it was in the lane, and there was these two fucking magpies fucking chirping and having a fight over some bit of grub. And I thought, fucking hell, man, how simple and nice life is. The sun's shining and all these birds are happy just because the sun is shining, and they're all acting silly. Wouldn't it be nice if humans were that simple? And then it struck me, what the fuck have I been involved in? YouTube and these communities and these fucking little groups. I admire loyalty. I admire straight up old school fucking people. I admire people who call a spade a shovel. That's the people I gravitate to. But here, people like you, if you share messages and stab your former friend in the back, you're somehow a hero. What kind of fucking weird ass place is this? That's one of the thoughts that I was on my bike thinking, how is it that in real life you wouldn't want a snake around you? You wouldn't want someone who, when they were visiting, said, can I use your bathroom, and started rifling through your knicker drawer and then going and telling all the
Here,
neighbors
do you
what
want to hear a good example of what you're saying, that they like it when you
What?
stab your friends in the
Yeah.
back and all
Yeah,
this
go
shit
on.
and play messages? Here's a great fucking example. We went on about, me and you done multiple streams, at least 5, where we did fucking great detail into the
Yeah,
Katie and Chang. Chang's the
Yeah.
guy who lost his fucking life due to Katie and her fucking ex-boyfriend or husband. We've done multiple detailed fucking streams of this, okay, with an audience of about 15. We play Penny Bunny's voice notes and transcripts. We got fucking 50 people. We play Amber's fucking voice notes. We got 100 plus in the fucking chat.
yeah,
But here's this Katie one responsible for a dude blowing his fucking head off and fucking pushed him to it.
wow.
and fucking we got an audience of fucking 15.
Yeah. Yes, but here's the thing. I always say that these things are like a snowball. You and I might pick up a handful of snow and I might pass it to you, and you will then hand to people a bit of snow and pack it in. Someday somebody's going to come to this snowball and they might have a fight with someone and they're going to find the snowball and they're going to roll it. And at some point, that fucking snowball is going to be as big as a motherfucking house. That's how shit goes.
Yep.
So I don't mind being the beginning of the chain. I'm a team player. I don't give a fuck who gets to.
Yeah, I don't care who scores the goal either.
Yes. As long as I'm part of the team that goes along, I'm a team player. I've always been a team player. It don't have to be me that runs past that line, as long as I'm some fucking where in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
I don't even care if anybody knows I passed the ball.
No, me. As long as I know. Yeah, same. Yeah. So to me, it's fucking ridiculous. There's some people along the way that it's gone a bit, peaked-on with, that I think, oh, fucking hell, and I thought you were safe and I fucking really trusted you. We live and learn. The one best lesson I had was what you said in one of our private chats. You said, never get involved with an anonymous person. Don't even fucking bother with them. You told me that, and I'll live by that forever. If you ain't got
anonymous
a voice,
people,
if you
anonymous
ain't
people
voice,
get you fucked up out here for sure.
Yeah, if you ain't got your voice and you ain't willing to put your face out, fuck you, stay away. You could be Jack the fucking Ripper for all I know. So,
yeah, I agree, 100%.
I'll live by that forever. But I know these streams will be what.
Being a host of a fucking show like what we do, this bullshit fucking the same goes. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm not responsible for nothing you say. You're not responsible for nothing I say.
No.
But somehow it's like a fucking team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we're still two people that talk. If somebody was gonna hit us, they're gonna hit me and you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how it would normally fucking go. But me, I'm never gonna have people that are anonymous to tell me to come up here with my fucking voice and my name and my fucking face and say something on their behalf. No, I'm gonna say it on my own fucking behalf. I don't give a fuck what anonymous people tell me. Yeah. Especially if I don't know who you are. There's anonymous people that I know, sure, and there's anonymous people that you know. But if nobody don't know this person that you know, and you don't know this person, you probably shouldn't be taking fucking cliff notes from the motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like.
Yeah. No, it's with hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But the thing with Nikki, I think, was proven last night by the fact that when Katie was asked the first time, she then went and caused that little furor with bloody Wyoming. There was a little bit of a movement against Nikki to unsub her. 3 or 4 people, but I think Katie realized Nikki was too popular. So then Katie rebrands as Exodus, goes back to the chat, pays for membership, and now I wouldn't. If you blocked me, there's no fucking way I'd be coming, and I wouldn't be paying in no sock. You can fuck right off. It wouldn't happen. I couldn't. I wouldn't. Oh my God, no. It just wouldn't happen. I'd rather go to hell in a wheelbarrow full of my own shit. No chance. Not a hope in fucking hell. But back she goes. Now, it all went quite well. She obviously wasn't doing those things. But somewhere along there, she became entitled. And one of the things that stood out for me, and I don't know whether anyone else picked it up, she said, I'm a... what you call it when you're a part of the member? She said, I've got a membership. Can you not remember her? And Nikki said, fucking paying for a membership don't give you a right to tell me fucking.
Yeah.
That's how fucking conniving she is.
Yeah, I'm a member here.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes, it stood out to me. So, you know, I'm not saying I'm a fucking angel. I'm not.
Yeah, but
And
even back then, if you remember when all that went down with Katie, when she had that problem with Nikki, when she was saying, "Hey,
yeah,
I'm a fucking member here."
yeah,
Well, one,
yeah,
nobody wasn't her being a member. What does that got to do with anything anyway? Because the only
yeah,
thing that Katie wanted as a member was permission to be able to talk about all of us, which nobody knew us
yeah,
at that time, including fucking Nikki. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, think about that. No,
yeah.
nobody even fucking knew us, and that's what Nikki said. Like, I don't even know these people, and at the time, that's what Nikki said. I don't have a problem with these people. I don't know them. Now, Nikki says
Yeah.
straight up, she's like, I like those people. I like Tracy. I like Glenn. I like
But
fucking.
that
She
was
likes us. So you know
that
what I'm
set
saying?
Katie off. That made Katie very angry.
I was
Katie has
never
been,
gonna,
you know, like,
no matter what. I was going over there, and Nikki knows this. I went over there to fucking to make sure Katie never wasn't able to do shit to us. But I told Nikki, I ended up liking Nikki. You know what I mean? I thought Nikki was fucking cool, and she's always been fucking good to us. You know what I mean? Whenever
yeah,
anything like that went down, anything like that with Katie, she stayed out of it. And it's not because Nikki's fucking nervous of us or anything like that, man. Nikki's crazy, man. She goes live every night. Imagine going to war with her. I wouldn't want to go to war with her. She's live every fucking night. Even if she's got nothing to talk about, she'll be like, I'm bored. Let's fucking do something. And she'll do something.
mm,
But I've always liked Nikki. You know what I mean? She's always been fucking cool to me, man. You know what I mean? I don't forget that. And I don't,
mm,
and all the times I've been over here, nobody comes in my chat and says anything about fucking Nikki. If they do, I throw them out the fucking door.
yeah. When I listen to Nikki, it's when I'm pottering. I might be ironing my clothes. I might be doing a bit of washing up, but I'm not really looking at the chat. If she kicks off and starts effing and jeffing, then I will stop what I'm doing, rewind, and think, oh, let's see what happened in chat. Why was she saying that for? And I'll try and follow it. So I've picked up a couple of them, but and I've picked up, you can tell penny socks in there lurking around Katie. They come in the pair. There was a period of time where Katie posted a video where she accused me of making a comment saying that I was going to cut her son's throat if she didn't delete her channel. She done a live video of showing this comment, except for when you looked closely, it said, this video has not yet processed. Please come back later. Well, how could I have posted a comment on her video that hadn't processed? Only and the other giveaway was she screenshot the comment within 2 seconds. Come on, make
Yeah.
it real. Wait 5 minutes.
Time of comment, fucking 2 seconds. She's got a
Yeah,
screenshot of it. Obviously, you made that comment.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But she got caught, and as soon
yeah.
as it was pointed out that the video hadn't processed, she deleted that video and just started up some other shit. I don't think Frank has an inkling of how much shit and dirty dealings she's been up to, and that he's being asked to come and cover. And because that's what it is, it's
Well,
him
to be
running
honest,
cover for her.
I think he doesn't watch a lot of us, and I think that she briefs him on all of it, and she
Yes,
creates her own fucking version and
yes,
narrative. And it's like, I'm not saying that it. Let's face it, like, I've got a lot of people around me, always have, probably always will. And certain people will come to me about a stream. And sometimes I'll have 4 or 5 people coming to me about one particular stream. Last night's a good example. Okay. That last night, many people watched it. Okay. I got up in the morning, and when I got up, I ripped it. So I had a copy. And fucking many people had watched it. But the funny thing is, everybody can weigh in on it, but everybody picks something a little different up. Everybody's got their own little fucking opinion of a certain person, or what somebody says. But it's funny, I could get briefed by something 5 fucking times by 5 different people about the same fucking stream, and then in the same sense, I can go watch it myself and get those points that they got, but get some completely different because I'm watching it with my own fucking eyes. Clips are good and they definitely save fucking time, but you're better off to watch it yourself. Frank, me, anybody, don't matter. I like people briefing me whether I need to watch something or not, if I want to decide to take fucking 2 hours of my life or just watch the clips that are given to me. But honestly, it's probably better to go watch anything from anybody yourself. Don't listen to anybody, take anybody's words, because everybody seems to have their own fucking way of thinking. I don't mean their own agenda, but their own way of thinking. Like we've got fucking groups that got eyes on certain things, and everybody's got something different. Everybody's thinking something a little bit, quite little bit different. Not everybody's on the same fucking page, but luckily we're all in the same book. But it is fucking fascinating to watch that shit go down last night with fucking Sarah. Honestly, it fucking blows my fucking mind that she allowed that. Whether she's just stupid or she knows what she's doing, but I don't think for a minute I could call Sarah a lot of things. Stupid wouldn't be one of them. She's in those groups, man, over at Jamie's where all the fucking moderators, all his mods are in there, but his fucking woman ain't in there. She's got everybody by control. She knows she's got a direct line, Sarah, with all of Jamie's exes, and all of them. She's connected with all of them. Who the fuck would want to dox fucking Jamie's woman? Sarah. She's a fucking nutbag. I'm telling you. Like I think she knew exactly what she was doing last night. Exactly. Exactly. I can't sit here and say she's stupid and stepped in shit. Nope. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute. Remember the night that Katie went on fucking Bill's channel, and we were like, "What the fuck is this about? Like, who the fuck would let her up?" Well, I think that night Bill stepped in shit. Same going on later on, a month later, Katie ended up on Nikki's. We're like, what the fuck is this about? What the fuck? Why would the fuck would this fucking blonde girl let fucking Katie up there spewing all this shit when she don't even fucking know any of these people, right? I believe that night because Nikki took it down. I believe Nikki stepped in shit. So fucking what is it, Sarah? Did you step in shit last night, or is this part of your plan? That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, I think Sarah just wanted some of the attention on her channel. I didn't really hear much of her, and I've never heard of her. So I did think that when they were scrolling through my community posts, the fact that they ignored that they had to scroll past all this Palestine stuff. Listen, I will ignore someone for so long. Because I'm busy and I'm usually often doing things. When I go off playing bingo and I meet people for lunch and whatnot, I will ignore. When it suits me, I will respond. I'm not obligated to allow somebody to use me like a fucking pinata whenever the fucking mood takes them. I was not obligated. You see, when Katie first came to my panel and said, look, I've had a stroke, and came on with her aphasia. First of all, the fact that she came to me, would she go to the person who's done all the things that she claims? No, she's going to go to the person she knows is the
according to her fucking, or according to one of her videos, if you remember correctly, she was on a hospital bed, couldn't fucking speak, but somehow communicated to Frank and said, I need to make things right with Tracy.
Yeah.
Maybe she scratched it down on a piece of fucking paper or wrote it in her mashed potatoes. I don't know, but fucking
I'll tell you when I had cancer, I was not thinking about Katie or anybody on YouTube. I was talking to my family and my real life friends and making plans. I was not having silly ass conversations with people on the internet. Katie, as you said earlier, she tried to prove she had a stroke, which only proved she went in with the symptoms of a stroke, but it don't actually say that a stroke was diagnosed. She's never proven that she had uterine cancer. One day, when it came out that I had cancer, and it did come out, and not from me, Katie suddenly randomly said, yes, I had uterine cancer a month ago and I had a hysterectomy and chemotherapy. I was like, in my mind, what the fuck? I was speaking to you every morning. You was live streaming with me. When was this? She never even had a fucking day off. Not
No.
a
She said she
fucking
had
joke.
fucking, what'd she say? She had brain cancer,
Yeah,
all
brain
this shit,
tumor.
man. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
So
It's
to
crazy.
me, I can come out here and tell you that I've been, I've got a fucking pacemaker. Talk is fucking cheap. But I could equally go to the hospital right now if the mood took me and I was some kind of a nutcase, a malingerer. I could go to the hospital and say I've got terrible chest pain in the left side and I got a pain in my jaw. Guess what? They're going to have me in that emergency room quicker than shit through a goose. And they're going to be putting all kinds of little monitors on my chest. And then I could make a video and tell you guys, Frank and Katie have given me a heart attack. But you wouldn't even think to make such a video. She actually, to win an argument where she made out she had a second stroke about 6 months ago, you were gone, Glenn. 6 months ago, while you were gone, she said she'd had a second stroke. And it was a direct result of me and Tiffany. So I call her out and I say to Tiffany, listen, she's accusing us of murder. Now, the reason I'm speaking to Tiffany is because we're being drawn into this by Katie. By Katie, I've got this woman called Machete fucking tagging me. Now, I don't know who it is. When I go and look, I can see it kind of hangs around the Lycan community. Okay, who can I ask? Well, the only person I can ask is Tiffany. I don't know anyone else. So then I say to Tiffany, who the fuck is this? She says, oh, Katie been going there, and then I get the story. So, of course, we have now a common interest. Because I'm like, what's giving them, why are they thinking I'm around you and now? Why is she fucking tagging me about this shit? Katie. So then I say, right, you're going to have to fucking explain all these people to me. No, you do a live, and if you want, I'll hop on and explain. That's how we came to be doing lives. It was one every 3 or 4 weeks. Katie was turning that too. They're doing streams every day. So me and Tiffany this night called her out and said, prove you've had a second stroke. Because why the fuck are you still on here arguing and poking at us? We haven't said nothing to you. She's over there. I'm out and not even bothering with anyone. Katie ends up in a hospital bed. Were you here, Glenn, for this?
I'm pretty sure it was.
And she starts shrieking, making videos before she's even being told that there's nothing to worry about or what the diagnosis is. I'm in a bed. This is me in hospital. Look, I've got legs.
Yeah,
have you got it?
I remember that video. Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I got it.
I'm pretty sure I've got it, but I just couldn't put it on right now. But I'm sure I got it. Now, she then felt that she had proved she was in hospital. But because here's how she pulled that stroke. Because I've had breast cancer and cancer in my lymph nodes, if I ever find a lump, whereas another woman goes to her doctor and then the doctor refers her to a specialist to have a look, I go straight from the doctor to from the finding the lump to the specialist. I have a clinic number and I have a breast nurse who looks after my breasts. Can you believe that? I have a breast nurse. That's what she's called. So if I feel something, I go and she has a little group of them and she says yay or nay or, oh, look, we'll do one of these. And I go through tests. What Katie did was she went to a doctor or called the ambulance or went to the hospital, probably Frank took her, and said, look, I'm feeling a bit of numbness down the left side. So they're going to straight away look and make sure that it's not to do with whatever happened before. That's how and then she just made her video and then they fucking streamed all night.
Yeah.
It was fucking
because
weird.
You got to think most people in that community wouldn't be watching Frank Chardon.
Exactly.
You know what
but
I mean?
This is what she's bargaining on. You see, the thing with Katie is this. Katie feels that because I've hidden all the stuff, she herself admitted last night, she said, my short-term memory is gone. It's useless. Katie can't remember I've already debunked that shit. Katie can't remember because it's new memories. This is her words, and I believe that. That's why she keeps repeating the same thing over and over. Glenn said I did a stream with him. I've never streamed with him. We all know you haven't streamed with him. We've said it 1,000 million fucking times. Because she's got the memory
I even
now.
gave a video of how I did it.
Look, and I did. I done a fucking video of how you did it too.
Well, remember you said I cut out Frank and put in Katie, and I said no, I actually cut out Mad Max and put in Katie or myself. Yeah.
But that's why she keeps repeating herself. I think Frank should be thoroughly embarrassed, and I'll tell you why. And I don't know where maybe not now, maybe one day she'll think, oh, she was right. The way that he was the one encouraging Katie to stream night after night on his channel during COVID because he was lonely and his wife was upstairs in bed, according to him and his children. So we're all stuck home. He's down in the basement talking with Katie. So we're all laughing and saying, look at her, she's fucking, oh my God, listen to her giggling and simping. We're all taking the piss. And we're doing live streams laughing about it. So he starts lecturing all about how his wife. Now, last night, he led those people on that Sarah channel to a channel. And on there were 2 videos. But when he saw the one, he nearly, you could hear him physically shit. His sphincter went. It said, Frank, Trollope wants to know. No, Frank, where's your wife? Have you seen the will that he's got on his wife, Glenn?
Yeah.
Have you seen the wording? She's only got to become ill, and he takes over everything. Everything. It's the weirdest ass will I've ever seen. He owns her. I believe she's a mail order bride, but there we are. I think another reason that Frank clings to Katie is that I think it's a few reasons. I think that he's never had much female attention. His wife was Vietnamese or Chinese, and I believe she was bought on a mail order. You know, you just nippy along. Yeah. And, you know, it is a big question. Where is that wife that he kept on and on and on about? I'm with my wife and we've just bought a fish tank and I'm just friends with Kate.
Bought a fish tank.
That's like buying a puppy. We've bought a fish tank.
They probably named their fish.
Yeah. Now, listen, the fact of it is I'll tell you now the communities that Katie has gone into, bled into, and fucked up. It starts with the Smileys. That group had been around for 3 years. That group were making a couple of $1,000 by blackmailing big channels, of threatening their subscribers so that they would lose their sponsors, so that they would lose money. They were getting $1,000 a time. They took fucking Nothing Fancy, give him $1,000. And the trolls that he paid to get rid of the trolls were the same trolls that were trolling him. That was the game. They were just fucking trolls trolling him and then blackmailing him to troll the trolls. Crazy shit.
Yeah, I thought it was funny the day you brung her on panel and you said that about the Smileys. You're like, Katie, you know about the Smileys. You were a Smiley. She said, yeah, I was a Smiley. And then you said that exact story. She walked right into it.
Yeah. See, now that was the first group. Within 3 months of Katie entering the group, there was Phil, her husband, the father of her child. He was with a woman called Natasha Hughes. She was a nurse. Her son had died of a drug overdose. He was found in a back alley or some shit with a syringe hanging out of his left arm. I've got the videos. And Katie took a fancy to Phil, Mr. Anonymous Dick, but he had been fapping online with Natasha for a couple of months. So her and Gam, Pamela Cook, ployed together and they waylaid Natasha on a fucking stream, Skype, that was public. They called her the most fucking, they pulled her on shit stirring. They would not let her speak. They were screaming over her. She's crying, ends. Katie ends up with Mr. Anonymous Dick, Phil. So guess what starts happening? Natasha, whose son has died of a heroin overdose, some channel starts popping up. Suicide is painless. You might as well end it now. You know, you killed your son. You had Munchausen. You bought the drugs that killed him. They called the fucking hospital and told them to blood test her. She was a nurse. She'd been smoking cannabis. She lost her fucking job. That was Katie. Katie and Pamela Cook. You fuckers don't know the half. The half. They drove that woman nearly round the fucking bend. So she fucked up the Smileys within 3 months. Now the Smileys had been there 3 years. They lasted 3 months. Then there was Triforce Troll Legion. That fucking ended up tits up. Then there was OG's Gangsters of YouTube. Then she bled into Fiction Fighters Community, which is the, I suppose they're like science fiction-y kind they were then, or gamers, some shit like that. So there's number 4. Then we're all about over here and she's fucking trying to get in with me and Trollop, so you can look at that as the 5th group. And then there's you lot. Look how Trollop played that, going back to it. We were arguing over Yaxley that day and he randomly said, why are you making this all about Katie? But he then screenshot that and said, look, Katie, they were backstabbing you and I was sticking up for you. No, you weren't. We were fighting over Yaxley. And you just randomly said that. And I wondered at the time, why the fuck is he random? And no. But it makes me laugh because when she says, oh, I speak to him every day, I know he's a woman. Do you remember me saying that, Glenn?
Yeah, and she also says his voice is softer than hers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Stop it. I do believe it might be true. Do you know why though, Glenn? Because one day in a comment, Katie called him girly. She said, I love you, girly. And Trollop hearted it. I was like, oh, where the fuck am I? What is going on? But on my bike ride, I really did think, what kind of a place is this? Where you like people who share private messages. Yes, I am sharing Trollop's private messages after 6 months of him sharing mine. For fuck's sake. You know, when in Rome, I'm going to love you and leave you, Glenn. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, he shared a lot of your fucking messages before you shared one of his. I know that.
I
was waiting. I remember I was waiting. I was thinking, holy fuck, man, how much of this shit is he going to go? And he just kept going and going.
Yeah. I don't like that. I want people to know if you reach out to me, I'm not going to go out here and say, oh, and so said, and fucking so, and that's not my way. You got to stab me in the back. Yeah. And then I'll come and stab you in the front, at the head, the top, the legs, the back, the arse, everywhere. But it won't be just in your back. And I will make sure you know it's me. I don't want someone. I don't want you to think, oh, who done that? I want you to think, oh, fuck. That was that cunt.
That's what I like about you.
Do you know what the best bit of last week for me with Nikki was, on a last note? When she called it that fucking community.
That fucking community. I love that fucking community.
And me. I think, why didn't we think of that?
That fucking community.
But guess what? Glenn, probably lots of people have said that, though. That's the sad part, but they whisper it in back chats. Nikki just spat it out on a fucking live stream.
that fucking community. She might have called us them people. Them fucking people. You people. No, I liked it. I thought it was funny.
No, it was good.
And
It was,
she tries to not say our fucking names. I mean, she
yeah.
knows all of our fucking names, but she tries to not. And I told her I don't give a fuck. Say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, Nikki's always been fucking cool to me, so I don't fuck
Yeah,
what she
yeah.
says. And I judge people how they treat me, not other people. So I don't give a fuck what people bring to me that Nikki did this to this person. That I don't give a fuck. Don't matter to me. And I don't think she gives a fuck what I did either. So that's how I look at it.
No, the long and short of it is that Katie and Frank have been bullying a lot of people in this fucking community, separately and together. Frank is responsible for multiple people losing their jobs. He's very proud of that, or he used to be. He got an Uber woman called Laurie the sack because he was saying I could get into a taxi. You got to be careful in an Uber. Anybody could get in. So she said, oh no, look. And she picked up a tool from under her car seat and showed him. He reported it to Uber and it's against policy. She got the fucking sack. What? Yeah. You know, you skinny fucking runt. You skinny cunt.
Yeah.
Denise Matau, who's now about 83, 10 years ago, they were arguing back and forth and she wouldn't shut up. And she was accusing him of some mad shit, mind. And he said, I'm going to call your landlord and I'm going to have you evicted because you are using his property to harass me and I will threaten to sue him. Jane, am I telling the truth? Did he terrorize? He was threatening to get her kicked out at Christmas. Seriously. And I've still got the audio of you, Frank. You horrible, horrible man. You worthless cunt. You suit being with Katie. You suit each other to a T and trollop with you and all. You said to Denise Matau, who was grieving her daughter, what happened was, Glenn, her daughter had committed suicide and she was fucking devastated and she couldn't get over it. And she was convinced that, do you know what QAnon is? I don't know much.
Yeah.
She was convinced that it was to do with QAnon and she was making accusations against all people. But this lady was in her 70s and has lost her daughter, okay? Her only fucking daughter. Would you allow that woman to make mad, silly conversations? You would, wouldn't you, Glenn? I know you would.
Probably.
Because she's an old lady in mourning, her daughter. Do you know what Frank did? And I've got those audios, Frank. Frank made videos saying to her, she probably killed herself to get away from you. Oh, it was next level. Oh, my God. Jane, can you remember all of this? And then threatening to, and when she still wouldn't stop, he was threatening to get her kicked out onto the streets at Christmas.
Well, I got a video of fucking Frank in his own fucking suit and tie, smoking cigarettes, telling, I believe it was Forrest, that he put his kids out on the internet, but he didn't put them out because he blurred them. He's like, you knew who your kids were, but everybody else didn't. Like, you know, this is the fucking retard, Sarah, that you let on your panel last night. But yeah, we're all the bad guys up in here. Yeah. Keep fucking telling yourself that. Keep walking, bitch.
If you get any animal and if you get it into a corner and you keep poking and poking and poking and poking and poking and poking and poking, at some point the animal is going to attack you. No animal, even a little spider, would fucking throw some hairs off his legs or some shit at you. They are not going to take it. And that is what Katie does. And then when she gets a taste of her own medicine, she doesn't like it. She cries to Frank. Frank comes out and tries to blow all this smoke up everybody's ass. And look at this screenshot. Look at this year. There's one more thing I'd like to share before we go, Glenn, if that's all right with you.
You bet.
Because it's a big one that really needs to... I've been through this before, but Katie's terrible brain, Tracy doing vids of her and her cockroach infestation, it was awful. Can you remember it, Jane? I've got the one where he says, your daughter was trying to get away from you, you sick mental woman, and I'm going to get you kicked out. I'm going to your landlord. I have that. I'm going to show you a little trick that Katie and Frank been pulling. And then I'm going to love you and leave you, Glenn. And the next time you see me will be somewhere in London in amongst 1.5 million people.
Send me a picture.
Huh?
Send me a picture.
I'm hoping to hit a fucking, what you on about? I'm hoping to get Sky News to interview me and to ask me why I'm on this parade.
Send me the link. Send me the link.
I'm serious. I spelt it wrong, so hang on. I'm trying to get. Go on.
I'm some fucking. That last time you went to a rally and wore that shirt, fuck man, that was funny. I couldn't stop. That's the funniest fucking troll ever.
Well, you know, look what you did to me. I'm going to come out swinging. So I'm not going to go into it too much because it's too deep, but I will do at some point. What the fuck? That's just blown my mind. Oh my word. Right. When Katie leads you all to the Adif Nulset channel, Chang 13A, I'm about to share him. There he comes, Glenn.
All right.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Because they are subscribed to him, which I am not, when they land on the landing page, okay? So when you land as a subscriber of something, and when you land as a non-subscriber, there's two different pages. You get to choose it in your studio, okay? Now, if you are a new person, so what they do is this. Are you ready? They show you this part. Now, if you look, let's go to the last video where Chang addresses me, okay? This is the last video Chang addresses me on.
But it wasn't his last video.
No, I'm not going to play it. I just want to show you the date. The date is what matters here. Right, so this is what matters here. We're going to look for more, and that's going to give us an actual date, surely. There it is, okay? 22nd of March, 2011. We're going to go back. Now, me and Chang did go back and forth because Chang believed, and Boohoo, I'll put out a Boohoo video who explains it beautifully for me. It saves me the fucking trouble. So that was March 2011. This was Chang's goodbye, I've been betrayed by my friends video. Okay? This happens 3 weeks before he dies. Or fakes his death, whatever one. That's the 4th of April. Now, this is one more, Glenn, because this is important. This is their biggest stick here right now. Is this. Do you mind, Glenn, me doing this?
No, not at all.
Good. Are you good? Yeah. It'll take me 1 minute. This is because this is what.
Well, it's like even a video of him on his channel, him arguing with you. Guess what? You weren't his fucking friend. He's goodbye. I've been betrayed by my friends. Well, that's the 3 weeks before he fucking died.
Here's the thing. What Katie has forgotten. Here's our next shared. Sorry about this, Glenn, but this is the best place because these over here, these nutcases. Right. So this channel, as you can see, is called Southern Latrine. You might fucking want to go and ponder these videos. If I had time now, I'd blow your fucking mind. This is a quick video. Can we play it, Glenn?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The audio you hear is Katie threatening Chang to drop his sexual abuse video. Okay, this is Katie threatening Chang. The audio you hear is taken from a video of Katie saying to her good friend Chang, well, you'll hear her now for yourself, and there's some great screen caps in here. You ready, Glenn? I'm going to hit play.
This is mutual annihilation. I told you if you stabbed me in the back, it would be mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post everything I had on you. This is mutual annihilation. I told you if you stabbed me in the back, it would be mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post everything I had on you.
Here's a comment to Chang by Katie made 3 weeks before he offed himself. No, this is Katie to her then husband, father of a kid. Jesus, I need a Chang to English dictionary. Does he not understand that the trolls are onto him and the way he's playing both sides against the middle? 3 weeks before
It would be mutual annihilation. I told you if you stabbed me in the back, it would be mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post everything I had on you. Everything I had on you. Everything I had on you. Everything I had on you.
Here's another one, Katie to Chang. I'd null set. You have no idea what's on my scorecard, bitch. I'll have you tap dancing like a flailing fucking faggot boy. Make no mistake of that. I don't make promises, statements I cannot keep good on. Make good on, you'll see. Now, before anyone says, but they're screenshots, they could be faked. I have an audio of Katie on Frank Jarden's live stream saying that video on Southern Latrines, they only show what me and Phil were saying to Chang. They've deleted what Pam was saying, so she's admitted that these screenshots are real. These are not inspect element.
Mutual annihilation. I told you if you stabbed me in the back, it would be mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post everything I had on you.
Right,
everything I had on you. Mutual annihilation. I told
Eat a dick, you sawed-off little prick. You want to play with the dark side? You got it, bitch. Be forewarned, you're going to need the jaws of life to pull the plungers out of your ass that I fully intend to ram up your ass, motherfucker. That's that Chang from Katie.
I told you if you stabbed me in the back, you
admitted these caps are real because she, on Frank Jarden, stupidly said the video on Southern Latrine only shows mine and Phil's.
Mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post that on you. Everything back, it would be mutual annihilation. Everything I had on
you. Here she is again. You are an embarrassment to yourself and to the group. Your alliance with Tracy and Natasha. Natasha was Phil's ex, the lady who son was dead with the injection. Means you have made even more enemies than you could ever hope for. You better wear Kevlar, bitch, because until your run off Whitey, it's going to be non-stop. That's a fact, Jack. Now, you are an embarrassment to yourself and the group. Your alliance with Tracy. Me and Chang had made friends. Chang knew that it was his friends stabbing him in the back, setting him up, cloning him his enemies. He knew. This is like she's saying, they run with Tracy. This is her doing it to Chang.
I on you. Everything I had on you.
Elements.
I had on you. Everything
now use her husband.
Everything I had on you.
You admitted you talked to Tracy and are friends with her. Do you see that? Caps locks. You waste of skin, redneck, toothless faggot. What's next? You're going to kindle up to single dad and his little love affair with a 17-year-old? I've caught you in so many lies and others sit by not seeing it. They will soon see it. And I, just like I proved Von was a pedo, start with me and I'll fuck up your world and piss on your grave. Know it.
Yeah.
With this man and took him home to her 3 children and spewed out another one with him.
Everything I had on you. And I told you if you
do you want to
I would destroy everything I had on you. Everything I had on you. If you stabbed me in the back, I had on you. Everything I would destroy you in person.
Get the fuck up, Chang. Get the fuck off. You always say you're not one of the group, so stop stuck in the troll tit and quit backstabbing them all. And the last one is So many people had your back in the start of this, but you, Scooby-Doo, were the one spreading people's shit everywhere. You stuck Annie in the back, and you know it. You deserve what's coming to you, bitch. Suck my fucking anonymous cock and go tackle a fridge. You started this, bitch, no one else. You and your drunk faggot ways. Go grab a flea-infested blanket, because you and Natasha are number one on my list. Yeah, you were such a good friend to him, weren't you, Katie? I got messages from Ken's dead wife. She linked me to his Facebook. She died of breast cancer after Katie told her, at least I've got tits. You've had your tits cut off. Remember that, Katie? That was another woman you cancer told. We're going to go back over that, Katie. I've got Skype messages from her saying, please remember me. I'm now terminal. I'm going to die. I want you to know that this is the truth. It was Katie and my fucking husband who set Chang up as a paedophile. Katie started it and Ken ran with it. I've still got that, Katie. It's all coming out. I was friends with Chang at the end. He knew you'd set him up, you fat bitch. You can rewrite history all you like. The karma is all yours as your physique and your medical.
Hey, and what about the time that on Chang, was it the day Chang fucking died, Frank come out with a fucking taser? Not that same day, but like as an anniversary.
Frank was also bullying Chang in a different account, and a man called Dean Roger Ray, Tesla Coils, who was paranoid schizophrenic, watched, recorded it all, and he became dangerous. When they all thought Chang had killed himself or whatever that went down, everybody went into panic, didn't you? All of you. You all shit bricks and started renaming your channels and smashing your hard drives up and throwing them in rivers and shit. Isn't that what happened? Isn't that why, Katie, you haven't got nothing that goes back to 2009, 2010, 2011? Isn't that right, Katie? But I fucking got it. And I've got it because of Groovy Chick. And we're going to revisit all of that. Why would she be bullying Chang over speaking to me if I was still fighting with Chang? Chang was only fighting with me because we were being cloned. Braden, I'm going to post his video, busted it out. He shows it live. So there you go. This is where you've been sucker punched, people. And Nikki was the only one who saw through it. Come on. Come on. Only Nikki. The rest of them they were taken by that sweetheart and darling and beautiful. And I want to know how many of them actually thought that cartoon image was actually her.
Oh, fuck, man. I can't believe she turned her fucking camera on, to be honest with you. That blows my mind. I don't use filters, see? Yeah, you do. I fucking see. I can fucking see, Katie.
And what's really the piss take out of it is people are acting like, well, what about it, appearance? You shouldn't be saying that. Listen, she been dragging not just me. This goes back to 2011, and not just me. The woman with the brain fucking thing. The woman whose husband died. There's too many.
We're that fucking community. That fucking community would call your ass out for fucking anything. I don't give a fuck. That's the way I feel about her. That fat fucking Katie. Who gives a fuck? She is. Look at her, man. Look at her. And you people got the fucking audacity to go and cheer her on and be like, "Oh, you're so pretty, Katie." No, she's not.
Just egging her on.
She's responsible for somebody blowing their fucking head off. How pretty do you think she is? She could be a goddamn fucking supermodel. She's fucking evil.
She's also responsible for somebody, whilst on his deathbed, being having a welfare check and asked, "Are you okay with your wife? Do you want anybody contacted? Are you afraid?" Who the fuck? She stopped his GoFundMe.
No. Oh, fuck. You're an idiot.
You did it to me once. Now, excuse me, but don't be telling me you ain't using no motherfucking filters. Don't be silly. Don't be
Fucking hell.
insane. Are you over there?
What the fuck?
Well,
Holy fuck.
look, listen, that was look, if I was your public relations person, I'd be telling you that was the most fucked up thing you did last night. You exposed yourselves. You repeated the very thing that community were all complaining of, using people's real names, slagging people off that they don't know. You had fun with my cancer picture. You had fun with my sepsis picture. You had fun with Terry's aphasia. Sometimes it comes back to you. That's just how the cookie crumbles. So do you believe she's not using a filter?
Oh, fuck no. I never did, though. I never did. I always called
Frank
her. So I always
believes
said
it.
she's a cartoon.
Frank believes it.
Frank don't care. He's fucking sucking dick now. He don't have to take the fame of fucking her anymore. He's gay as fuck. I mean, fuck. I'd be fucking gay too if she was running around using the internet that I'm fucking with her. So I'd be out the closet too. I'd be like, fuck this shit.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's the way I see it. He's out of the fucking closet,
I
man.
believe he's saying
What
that
somebody will do not to have to be with Katie. There you go. There's a prime fucking example.
I also feel that he's saying that he's gay because she's setting it up that the gay men will accept him, because she said to Robbie about a week ago, oh, you would love my friend Agent 19. It was like she was matchmaking, you know? And I thought, oh, double-pronged attack.
Do you remember a while back, Monograph did a video on fucking Frank, Agent 19. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, he's a gay man. He said that. Yeah. I thought at the time he was just being funny, but now I really think he was straight up being real. Like he was letting it out in a way that time. Like, he's a fucking gay man. Like, fucking, and I really believe, I think he is fucking gay anyway. I always thought that about Frank.
But that doesn't stop him having wife and children. I know.
No,
gay men.
Same, well, fuck, look at Joel Belvacqua. I mean, there's a prime fucking example right there. I mean, fuck.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know, and look, you know, talking of low and trifling, you have a little set to with us lot. What side starts the trolling of deceased? Wasn't it Trollope trying to say that a man and trying to accuse you of murdering your own brother?
Yeah, my own brother.
Come on. He's accused fucking Frank of burying his wife under the patio.
And fucking James D had bodies in the backyard.
Yeah.
And he actually made a fucking police report of that. Imagine that shit. He filed a fucking California police report. San Francisco.
Law, listen.
Craziest fucking shit.
When I
it
was
has been a wild year, though.
It has been fucking nuts. It's insane. And there's Frank ripping his shirt off and all kinds of mad shit that you just think, oh, what the fuck? Why? Glenn, I got one more gift for you if it pops up, and then I am off. It's been good, Glenn. I have enjoyed it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
When you play that fucking Pam, what did you say? Pam Cook shit?
No, I was going to just show you this. This was, I think this was my first open crack at you, Glenn. No, it's that one. There we go.
Here we go.
You had been gone over to Lycans. That was how I featured you. You need to present that. There was Lycan as fucking cute. You and Seabass with his fucking play bunnies. Good times, eh, Glenn?
That was
Oh,
fucking funny.
wouldn't you like to? Wouldn't you like to do it all again and it'll end up back where we are right now? Oh, fucking hell. Older, wiser. Well, unless
Man,
you
we had
Katie.
fun times even when we trolled each other. So
Yeah.
that's why wouldn't we have fun when we didn't?
Well, that's
So,
the
you know what I
kind
mean?
of
We had a
trolling
lot of
because,
fucking laughs, me and you.
well, if you'd have been doing things like stalking my family and doing things, it would have been a different kind of fight. But you weren't doing that, and neither was I. We were just having
Well, you
silly little
fucking
cracks
remember
with each
when me and you first squared off at each other. I remember this, man. I fucking set you right off. You were so mad at me that day. I thought, oh man, this totally backfired. But some account was coming around me, fucking giving me shit about you, right? Saying, hey,
Yeah.
this is Tracy, this is all this. And I was like, I don't want none of that. I want like clips of her saying shit or whatever. I don't give a fuck about her family or husbands or any of that.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to you and I said that. I'm like, hey, people sent me shit about your husbands and your shit. And I said, I'm not going to play that shit. I'll give you my word on that. Oh, man, you were so mad. You fucking come out. You listed all your husbands. I'm like, shit. I didn't mean it like that. I was saying, hey, I don't want to play that way because I didn't know
Yeah.
if it was coming from you guys or Katie. I didn't know who was sending me this shit. I just wanted you to know that whoever was sending me it, I don't want shit to do with
Yeah.
it. And man, you were like, fuck you, man. You come right
Yeah.
at me. I'm like, fuck. That totally
Yeah.
backfired on me completely. Because I
Yeah.
legitimately meant, hey,
Yeah.
I'll go at you. We'll go back and forth, but let's fucking keep it clean, whatever, man. That's what I was meaning, and
You've
that's not how you
always
took it
shown.
that day.
You were the last person I expected to have the biggest amount of integrity here. When they came out with the roofie bullshit, I fully expected you to go balls to the fucking door with it. And when you didn't, that was another moment when I thought, hang on, I have misjudged this fucking person here. I haven't even got the right person. I've
Yeah,
got.
no, I wanted no part of that because first and
Yeah.
foremost, I never believed anything like that.
Yeah.
And same goes with even Yaxley, man. Me and Yaxley's had some back and forth over the years.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But I can tell you, the moment me and you dropped our beef, me and Yaxley dropped our beef, and I've never had nothing bad to say about Yaxley. He's been nothing but fucking good to me over the time. He's helped me when he didn't have to fucking help me. Do you know what I'm saying? He's been good to me when he didn't have to be good to me. And he didn't owe me nothing. He actually
Yeah.
owed me some payback, and
Yeah.
he's never done that. He's never played my chat
Yes,
or
you
played
don't have
like
to roofie
no,
anyone. I've been with him, and you know
no.
when people hear him with the Manchester accent, which is very attractive to women. You know when he starts calling people darling and that, women you are giving him attention. The fucking in the Weatherspoons getting breakfast. You actually don't need to be doing that shit. And every time, all through summer, he's with a group of women, a group of men. He's living the life that a single man should be living. So there you go.
Yep.
So they've,
But
you
yeah,
know,
no, it was a fucking good little fucking comeback, and hopefully we do this again. Because I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah.
Katie ain't done. She'll be back. Oh yeah, look at.
Oh, I think that I should give you my. You remember my playlist where I could do 24-hour streams of just Katie and Frank raging?
Yeah.
I've got those play streams, but I don't have unlimited StreamYards because I don't need it anymore. So I'm not fucking paying for it. Have you got unlimited or you unlimited?
No, I did. I just came back. It's a free. I got
Limited.
stuck up there right now. I might get it. I don't know.
Well, if I can get another one that I get enough for, because you can get 24 hours. When I get a refresh, I'm just gonna hit you with a fucking playlist that'll blow your fucking minds.
Keep it on a loop.
I'm telling you, loop. It would take you 12 hours to get through it. If I actually put their live streams in, I could do an 18-hour straight fucking stream of that pair. Fucking harassing and bullying and fucking squawking at people. So
I've got 11-hour video of nothing but Frank.
Oh, it's fucking crackers.
Nothing but Frank. Suit and tie Frank.
insane, in fucking
But it
insane.
was a fucking good one. You like always. You bring fucking nothing but good clips every fucking time. That ending, fuck. We should have played that in the start. And you always bring me funny pictures of fucking Katie, even if I'm fucking high on acid.
Yeah. Oh, it must be even worse when I start dropping shit when you're on the acid. Fucking hell.
Hey, December's coming. Get some
I
shrooms.
know. Oh,
We'll go live.
I've already said I'm going to be doing an acid trip this Christmas again. Funny as fuck that is. Everybody should get one, and then we should all meet up and have a psychedelic bullshit fucking moment.
Well, it's
God,
October. We got October, November, and fucking December. That's literally fucking just about 3 months, 2.5 months. That
Yeah.
gives us time to get it and get it to whoever we want to get it to go live. That kind of
Yeah.
would be a good fucking stream. I definitely would be down on that.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I would.
Well, I'm hoping that I said 3 days ago, if Katie, I say it all the time, I wouldn't give a fuck if I never heard her name again. I want her to live to be 100. I want Frank to live to be 100 because I want them to be stuck together. Him in constant fear that she's going to stab him in the back, dox him, and admit that he's Frank Jarden, which we all already know. I think it's all worked out perfectly. We're all
Yep.
where we should be. And we're all
Yep.
happy in our places except for Katie and Frank.
Mhm.
Suits me fucking fine.
We don't need a place to go. We're that fucking
With that
community.
fucking community, exactly. Thank you, Glenn, for having me on the stream.
Thank you.
No, I've been good. It has been. It's like old times. But next time you see me, hopefully I'll be telling Sky all about why I'm in London.
Nice.
We'll see.
Nice. If I
Cheers,
see you
Glenn.
on Sky News, I'm ripping it. Later, Tracy. Have a good
Nice
one.
one.
Thank you.
Cheers, chat. Thank you. Bye. How do I get fucking out of here now? Oh, there we go.
All right, y'all. If you ain't been fucking entertained, join us on the next one. We will be live again tomorrow night with the lovely wife of mine and my lovely sister CEO and my lovely girl Jane, my not non-troll friend. Love y'all. Later.